Wow.
I can't find it now.
Yeah, it's there. We go. Now we're live. If you click away from the page for even a half of a second while it's trying to go live, it's like, oh,
put this on YouTube.
It's like you don't want to go live. Fine. It's like, no, I definitely click go live. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry about the slightly late start here.
Gabe's just learning how to work YouTube.
We were both just freaking out about that Purdy run. My God. I can't hear myself in your background at all.
That's not me.
Might be me, actually.
No, it's Kaylee.
Again. Oh, okay.
It's her phone. She's such a big fan. She can't help
it. You know? I mean, wow.
She's like, I don't know, figure it out, but this is what I'm doing.
So break that run down, if you will.
I don't think Wisconsin was ready at all for that.
I mean,
and then greatly underestimated the wheels, as we did. Well, you did.
No, they definitely underestimated the wheels. I mean, they look like, I don't know. That was crazy. I mean, if you guys saw his face inside of his helmet when they showed that camera angle of him, he looked shocked and surprised that he was getting all the way up the field. But like the announcer said, he's showing that his groin is just fine. I don't know if it's just fine, but it was good enough.
Power through it.
Yeah. Dude, that was wild.
That's big, man, because if our defense does what it's been doing, points going to be really hard for them to come by, so us getting a quick 7.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
So I'm not saying this to be a dickhead, although I'll be a dickhead later.
Mm-hmm.
But you were wrong.
Again.
You thought it was going to be Sims, and you convinced me, and you're making me look bad on YouTube.
That's the main goal. I'd rather be wrong and you look stupid than me be right and you not look stupid.
What's going on, Jose Farfan? What up? Aeon, Perico in the house. Rizipped, JD, Chatlane, Cornhusker 49, what up? He's a 49ers fan, says both of his teams are led by Purdy's. That's funny.
That's good.
Living in Omaha, what up? Cryptic Husker. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out, man. Thank you guys. Sorry we were late. We thought the game was going to just have a little bit of a late start to it, but we're good. Here we go. Are they just showing it again? Dude, he kind of was shot out of a cannon, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they weren't ready for his speed, man.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a lazy pursuit, like, oh, he's in the middle of the field.
We'll get him. Someone will get him.
Yep, and then zoop, low snap.
Dude, that's the way the Huskers need to start every game, is scoring early so that they don't have to try to come from behind.
That would be nice.
I mean, it doesn't have to be that exaggeratedly awesome, but just to not have to start the game in a hole like we usually do.
Yeah.
Mordecai in shotgun, hands off. Huskers D lets him through for about 10 full yards. First down.
Broken tackle. Reimer.
So are they not playing Allen? I don't see him.
Who's that?
Allen's 0, right?
I don't know, man. What's the point of having
That's
you?
Acker.
I gotta keep track of
That's
everything.
Acker. Hand off to Acker again. Yeah, good hit by Omar Brown.
Yeah, but they're gouging.
Yeah.
They're doing what we want to do.
Okay, so things have happened on 2 plays already. Been bad snaps, shotgun snaps, and that's because.
Welcome in, guys. Help us out, please. If you haven't hit the like button, slap that thing for us. We need to get these likes up, get this stream growing a little bit. Mordecai throws out to the edge, hella short. 5 yards short of his receiver. That's a good sign. They're saying his hand hurts when he throws.
Good. I mean, I'm glad he threw it short because he was wide open.
Yeah, and that's an easy makes the throws.
That's rough.
Again, he completed 31. That's a heck for your first game back. That was not a well.
Can I get like a 1 to 2 second
Mm-hmm.
hiccup?
I'll pause it on the snap.
Okay.
Snap.
Snap.
Blown dead. Offsides.
False start or legal formation?
False start, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
It's to call out Jack Nelson.
Cornhusker 49 said, take notes,
We
Harburg.
need to eliminate these motion penalties. And you say, well, that's, oh, yeah, it is, because the difference between 3rd and 4 and 3rd and 9 is huge.
Aeon said, I'm glad he ran it instead of tossing an interception. Seriously.
No kidding.
Very physical.
The panic.
Mordecai drops back.
Zone.
Pressured.
Hands
Oh,
on
my
him.
God.
Running against
Robinson
against his
had
throw.
him, bro.
Good D.
Robinson had him dead to rights.
That's all right, though, man. You
Yeah.
force a right-handed quarterback running left full speed. That's
I taught you that,
too many.
though.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah, I was just going over those notes you gave me. Those pregame
Good.
notes.
It's just a 4. But you see, Ty Robinson, number 9.
Mordecai got a little bit of wheels there, huh?
Man, got in there and
A little bit.
No longer was matter of fact with us. Ty Robinson and Nash Hutmaker are going to be the 2 best.
Good
Here
defensive
comes the
stand.
punt.
All long and so far on that first.
Uh-oh!
On the reception side, but it goes out of bounds anyway. A 46
Out of bounds.
Nebraska up 7-0.
Welcome in, guys. First quarter obviously already underway. Huskers up 7-0.
Discover different
My guy, not your guy, Chubba Purdy, breaks off a, honest to God, of course he doesn't have the top speed, but it was reminiscent to me of Taylor Martinez, bro. Like, pass isn't there, scoot through the middle of the field, untouched. But you could also say that that's reminiscent of Heinrich Haarberg, because Haarberg's done that a little bit too. Not so much out of a pass, though. I feel like his normally come off of design run plays. Romps laying in bed with his girlfriend, supporting Gary. Watching the stream. What a guy.
With his girlfriend, huh?
Mm-hmm. Jose says, he must be tough because I bet running like that hurts.
Tell her I said que pasa. Romp.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad to see Purdy. Never thought I would say that, man. But for the record, I'd have been all year talking about how
Clamoring.
Well, and I could have easily just been getting fooled, and it might still prove that I was just getting fooled by Matt Rule's coach speak, where he was talking about how Purdy's just made so many strides. Like, remember he was saying that in the beginning of the year? Oh, the strides. And I'm like, okay.
Well, plus, when you watch the other guys turn the ball over as much as they do, you're naturally going to have this. All right, man, give me anybody. But then on top of that, when you add that in, we had seen him play a little last year. Not that it was that impressive or really impressive at all, but yeah, man. Good for him.
I don't think it's like a waste of time to mention the fact that there's what's it called? Nepotism. A little bit of nepotism too, probably floating around his ethos. That's right, I said ethos.
That's right, I said ethos.
Okay. Because his brother was completely overlooked and is doing some good things in the NFL. It's like, well, did he get that DNA trait as well, like his brother? I'd like to see. Cornhusker 49. I live in Austin. What part of Texas are you in, man? Here we go.
Clearly it was.
Zaga said, too bad
Central?
Iowa won.
Into this week, everybody felt like the
Yeah,
week of
that was a
practice
close game, too.
was very strong. But that opening drive
They only won by 2,
defensively
right?
gave up the long
15,
touchdown to
13.
Purdy, who's back
Nice.
out there.
I live in Leander, Cornhusker.
Nice.
Oh,
pitch
fake
fake.
pitch! Purdy
And
for
he
8
gets down.
yards up the
Can't get a
gut.
clean one on him.
Coordinator Mike Tressel was proud of Roller's comments last
Let's
week.
go.
He told us, that's what we're looking for, passion. As long as you're calling everyone out, including yourself, that's great. And you're right.
D Parks
DK told me you have to look
said,
at
whoever
the
wins the
game, you
East,
have to improve
38.
in the game.
Iowa, 0.
All right, thanks so much, KT. Get to the outside.
So can we not make the
Accept the first down.
Not now.
championship now? Oh, okay, damn.
I don't know how many losses Iowa had. They either needed to lose out starting last week or this week, or they were on a bye last week.
That's
weren't they?
fine by me, bro. We just want a bowl game this year. Bowl game's
We want a bowl game.
overachievement.
It'd really be nice, regardless, to knock them off next week. Short week, man. Late game tonight. Play on Friday.
Yeah.
Which could help if Purdy has a big game. They don't have quite as much time to
What up, Mark?
prep him.
Very confident right.
Donnie comes in tight. Had a shoddy drop back. There we go.
Nice
Those are the passes I
throw.
want to see.
Wow, we actually got Coleman the ball. What a
Quick,
mitzvah.
simple over the middle. Little cross. We don't need to go getting cute, Gabe. I know you and your boy Sat been drawing up trick plays all week.
Mhm, my guy sat.
People in the mouth first, and the tag says our guys typically very smart, and they want to wait and see how we're attacked and kind of react.
I'd love to
They
beat
can't afford to do
Fickle,
that
not
right
gonna
now.
lie.
They've got to go attack.
Yeah.
You want to snub us? We'll snub you.
Second down and 4.
Purdy.
The motion man.
Handoff, fake handoff, gets it out to Kemp.
And he's gonna have
Nice
Billy,
first down to midfield.
Billy Bully Kemp gets that. Oh, he looks hurt.
Just get
He'll be all right.
the ball out of hands quickly. Bullock, number 84 with the key block.
But that was good on Chuba to like really sell the handoff first.
Yeah.
Get that in
In from
tight.
the inside, quickly out to Maker, Billy Kemp.
Kemp's on the sideline, collapsed.
He'll be all right.
Limping. He's done.
Limps his way to the sideline. That's
He's done.
Relax. Relax.
Bro, it's a re-aggravation of an injury.
Most of their scholarship players are
Maybe.
I've seen
Or
that
he took
before.
a
I'm a
helmet
Phoenix
off
Suns
his
fan.
reliable
Shin
target
or
on the
knee
outside
or
this
something.
season.
Purdy.
The motion man, play clock down to 2.
Pitch.
Oh, trickeration.
Grant. This is the play. Oh, that's the play that we ran.
That was
That's the first.
Minnesota.
Yeah, that's the touchdown pass from Sims to Bullock. Damn, blew
That
that,
must be
shit
Grant.
up.
Grant must have a little bit of an arm. We can hardly see Grant, and all of a sudden he comes in to do
Yeah.
that play again. 65's got to get out there, man. You see that?
Yep.
And takes care of it.
He's just hanging out, and dude gets underneath of him. Who is that? Is that Teddy?
Yep.
That's the kind of play.
Oh, my
God.
God, he was open.
it's
That's
all right,
14-0. I know. Purdy drops back and Shoddy
Oh,
throws
my
over the
God.
middle. Let's go!
Are you
Jalen
serious? That's a
Lloyd!
touchdown, dude.
TD, let's go! Let's go! What is happening right
Did
now?
Nebraska find a quarterback? I do want to point something out real quick.
Please.
I
by
feel
all
like
means,
no
point.
one at all is complaining about the pass calls right now because they're being executed, myself included.
Right.
A perfect on time with accuracy.
Like the
That's
thing
a
about
dart, man.
the
That's a
thing
hell of a
about
throw.
it was the thing about
Bad
being
tackle.
mad at Satterfield is
Out of the Nebraska
we
Recognition.
get that your offense can work, but
Yeah.
most of the
it's
You don't
not
have the
working
personnel.
with the
Or you haven't
right.
had the
Exactly.
personnel
Yeah,
for it,
exactly. It's like
Maybe
it's
you
not
needed
like
Purdy all along.
it's not like we just want to be run only team no matter who's our quarterback, but with
But
Sims
if you,
or
all
Harburg,
you can do.
yeah.
That was a good throw, man.
Shout
Even
out to
better
Matt
missed tackle.
Rule for having this team ready, bro. Ready.
Shout out to Chuba for staying ready and even through injury being able to execute the offense that's
I'm
being
glad he's
called.
getting his shot, bro. I really am. 49 was on Sat's side.
Who?
Cornhusker 49.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. And that's where we were up until last week. At least I really was. I know
Yeah,
you kind of
we
you
had
weren't dead set against Satterfield, but it's like, yeah, dude, these guys got to execute. You can't bring in an offensive coordinator and go only run the ball. Like, obviously, he's going to have a full offensive play sheet. Our point got to when the turnovers are so bad, it's costing you games. When the run game's working, the pass game isn't. Like being stubborn or not recognizing the between Harburg and Sims, you can't do this type of thing.
Yeah.
But for sure, the individual plays and the lack of execution, that's only on the players. I don't care how bad the play calling is. If you execute, you still got a shot. But it's just my frustration really came with, okay, dude, every time they're throwing picks, like really simplify these passes or go away from them.
And that game was insane. 5 interceptions from 3 different quarterbacks, and the final one was like pouring a bucket of salt into an open wound.
Yeah.
Because we marched down the field like 90 yards from the 5-yard line down to the 5 about.
Mm-hmm.
The run game is working swimmingly, and you want to call a pass play. And they said, oh, it wasn't a pass play. It was a QB read. It's like it should have been run only. There was no reason to get cute and try to throw. You're asking an injured player at that time. He looked a lot more injured last week than he did this week, than he does this week. But still, I hope we found a quarterback, man. I mean, at least one, because Sims is not a quarterback. I don't know what Jeff Sims is, but he's an athlete. An athlete that, honestly, and this sounds really stupid because it is, but you might want to throw that dude on the defensive side of the ball where turnovers aren't going to haunt you as much. You know what I mean? I don't want him responsible to touch the football, period. He can go try to steal it away. That'd be cool.
Good for Chubba, man.
First one, Chubba Purdy on the ground. That one
absolutely. 91 watching. Welcome in anybody just joining. Thanks for coming out. The kick is away.
Of bowl eligibility. This one's going to be returned by Vinny Anthony for
yeah.
At the 33.
Both of ours. Yeah.
I can get a safety and still hit mine, so don't you worry.
Oh boy.
Transferred in from Florida State, comes from a great lineage of athletes. Sean Purdy, his father, a minor league pitcher, and then Brock Purdy, the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, an outstanding career at Iowa State. You see the entire family, and now Brock has had just immense success at the NFL level.
Damn.
You can see that the traits have somewhat trickled down to his younger brother.
Well, and Chubba was a highly recruited kid out of high school. I mean, he was a great player in Arizona.
Shotgun snap. Mordecai under pressure. Throws over the middle. Short as hell.
Is that a one-hand catch?
No, it hit the ground. What? He caught that?
I thought he scooped it with his left arm.
Oh, Braylon Allen's out there.
That's who just caught it, ain't it?
Luke Fickell kind of hinted that he would probably not play at all.
I bet Braylon Allen wishes he was as muscular as you.
I mean, most of the players probably do.
Hand off to Allen. Stopped for about 3.
Plunge forward to the 39. 3 more will set up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Raj, Braylon's back in there.
Has been hurt so bad by injuries. I mean, first it was Tanner Mordecai against Iowa. Ches Malusi. They had a 1-2 punch at running back with Ches Malusi and Braylon Allen. They lose him to a broken leg, and then Braylon Allen is hurt against Ohio State. They just have not been the same. It's been a grind offensively without their best players. Mordecai
puts Allen in motion to the left. 3rd and 4, shotgun snap. A little pressure over the middle. Uh-oh, got to wrap him up. He gets across midfield, about 48.
He just has a knack. He has all year on 3rd down for getting open and finding space, creating space for himself.
Got under him too quick, both of them.
And Mordecai puts the ball right on him. Great confidence in that slot receiver to get open.
I know they want to get to him, but they're going to have to start letting those linebackers play underneath. They're getting underneath the D.
Right.
Fairly easy.
Josh Downs and how Downs he developed over time.
One
But
man
that
front. They're gonna leave
initial
the
special
who's
trait that they
that?
had was
Right
the
and
separating
Reimer.
factor on the route
Reimer the
running.
other, or
They
right
believe
the
that
other.
Pauling with
Yeah.
some physical development has a chance to be a
Linebacker
really
C3
special
six.
Mordecai's got to call a timeout here.
Timeout's going to be called.
Who's 16? Borders?
The Badgers
Borders
will
is
take
14.
that first timeout with 4:06
Who's 16?
to play. It's been all Nebraska
Anybody in the
to
chat
start
know who
this game.
16
Both
is
teams
on D?
working for bowl eligibility for different reasons. For Wisconsin, it would be to
gonna
extend
feel like a
their
dum-dum
streak
as soon
to
as I say
22
it.
consecutive years in a bowl game. For
'Cause I
Nebraska,
are
6
one.
consecutive years without a bowl game, and 2 first-year head coaches trying to leave that imprint on their program early.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know Bonner on
and they're
offense,
both
but-
Judy.
well-proven
Yeah,
guys.
there you go, Elijah.
Cryptic Husker,
and
thank
being
you.
Successful at
Appreciate you.
rebuilding. I mean, Luke Fickell did a phenomenal job at Cincinnati.
I hope these guys don't switch up too many numbers next year, man. The last like 2 years, I feel like it takes.
Everyone's got a new number, right? Yeah.
Success with the Panthers in the NFL, but at the college level,
Is anybody knows he related to Jerry Judy?
Aker back in there.
It's his dad.
16 yards.
Wow.
Jerry Judy's dad.
Wow.
He's a late bloomer.
He got
Good D.
cracking on making babies right out the womb.
Flag. Can we get a hold?
Await the penalty marker.
It looks like
Matt
Rule
it's
thinks it's a hold.
against one of the linemen for Wisconsin. And again, setting themselves back when they have field position.
Hands to the face.
Even gooder.
Wow.
Even more gooder.
First down.
Joe
Keep your
Huber is
fat
the
hands
one
off of him, 60.
that got called for the penalty. Right there in the middle
course
of
they're
the
fat
screen, number
hands.
60 got that left hand right up into the
Yeah.
face mask
Just a little bit.
and actually grabbed
He only
it.
had
It's an
4
easy
fingers
call.
in there, though.
And an unfortunate penalty. Great field position. Now you're way behind the sticks.
But the chat way ahead of us
Against this
said Luke
really,
Reimer
really
about to
good
get a sack.
Let's
Nebraska
go.
defense.
Keep your
It's
eye
gonna
on
ruin
him.
it for you.
Nowakowski, the motion man. First and long. Take it to Aker.
Man, he came in late, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Running out of time is
Oh,
Missed just on the first one.
wowie.
Way to stick with it. That sucks we're so far
Wowie.
behind, man. We're already behind because one of us is always off, and then you got the. How long is YouTube delayed?
Just a little bit.
Let's take a look at the Walmart
He's in like
Plus
5
I mean,
seconds.
well,
8
my
seconds, something
YouTube's
like
is ahead of you.
Is gonna just
No.
stay alive with the play.
Like what they're seeing us.
He beat the block.
Oh, it's maybe like 2-3 seconds. We've got it on
Ends up getting to the quarterback.
ultra low
He was
latency or
quiet.
whatever it's called.
Jackson Aker, but when Aker
Now, did
That's
you have
right,
to know
I said
somebody?
ultra. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
somebody in YouTube to get
Yeah,
that.
they saw the channel and they were like, we want to give you guys something special. Mordecai
Pressure
drops
again.
back over the
Good
middle.
D,
What
Buford.
a hit by Papa Buford. Let's go. Damn.
What a start,
very
man.
physical football team. They're physical in how they run the football. And their
Woo-hoo-hoo, what a hit.
first near quarterback
Clean, too. Shoulder, shoulder.
Yep.
has been outstanding. Coordinator, I meant to say. Very physical, hard-hitting defense has been outstanding against the run. Third and very long now.
Tony White, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah, it was good knowing you, Tony. We really appreciate everything
We
you've done
appreciate
for
everything
us.
you did to save this first season.
Oh, tap
Good
pass.
D. Get them hands up.
Tony, we wish you great success in your next endeavor as a head coach.
And Nebraska showed a little pressure and then backed these guys out. And Robinson, he's just going to get kind of a rush.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Eyes on the quarterback and be able to get a hand up and knock the ball down. And again, these two interior defensive linemen, Robinson and Hutmaker, are the heart and soul of this Nebraska defense.
So Atticus Bertrams will send it away again. Goes off the side of his foot, but actually a decent kick with an outstanding bounce and roll all the way to the 11-yard line. So Wisconsin flips the field, a 52-yard punt, and Nebraska is going to have a chance once again to extend it.
This year, let Ford make the holidays bright and bring everyone together. Go over any type of terrain with Ford Bronco Sport.
How's the weather?
All good.
And the confidence of GOAT modes. And the versatile Ford Explorer with available seats.
Dead air.
And with power on demand.
Don't bother saying anything for the last 45 minutes. I think you're muted.
My bad. I hit the thing.
Bozo.
I like
Look
how
at this
you leave
bozo.
right as it's about to go to commercial and there's nothing to talk about.
Talk to the
Stupid
chat.
dick.
Talk to the chat, you cuck.
They don't want to hear me. They
Well,
come for you.
Wow.
They were all sad when you said you were leaving for a minute.
Mr. Raj says, come on, score again. Make it 21-0 in the first.
That would be dope.
I mean, I'd be happy if this game ended right now.
I know it's-
14-0.
TH3 said, where the hell has this been? Like,
Seriously.
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
we're playing a defense that we're able to make things work? Is it because Chuba's finally had a full week of taking the reps and game planning to be the guy?
I don't want to be negative because there's so much positive to go on right now. But if I can real quick,
Here we
I
go.
think I love Matt Rule to death. I want this man to have a lifetime Husker contract. I've been high on his horse ever since one of those big losses we took. Might have been Michigan. Remember? I was just like, wow. Like, after hearing him talk, I'm like, this is the guy. This is the guy, even though we got crushed. But if he has a weakness, I feel like it could be his evaluating of quarterbacks. Starting with picking Sims over Casey. Casey was willing to return. I don't care that he got hurt. I know that's all circumstantial.
It's not just that. It's not just that, man. I don't disagree with what you're saying about the potential, like not the potential, the obvious whiff on the evaluation. But Casey isn't a dual threat. Casey's not you're going to have a dozen design quarterback run plays for him. Like, he just doesn't have that athleticism or that running game skill set. He's a good scrambler. He can move around in the pocket. You can have some plays where he runs, but not to this extent. So I think that was a big factor
Purdy's in trouble.
to them.
Wow, got out of the end zone. Take it easy,
Three.
Purdy. Take it easy.
That's all right, man. That's kind of what he's talking about. Sometimes you take a 1 yard gain or a 2 yard loss and you just get to the next play instead of trying to force something.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, with Wisconsin, there just was more of a sense of that this has kind of been a failure type season, you know, higher expectations. Now, certainly the injuries, particularly offensively, have played a big role in what has happened for the Badgers. But with Nebraska, it was almost looser, like, you know what, kind of playing with house money. There's more of a, we don't have as much to lose.
Second and 13.
We're kind of
See if he
seeing
stays.
that in the
He
way
comes
the
in
game
if
has
he stays at
unfolded so far
pass pro.
in the first quarter.
Handoff, fake handoff, over the middle to Kemp. Hey, good to
got
see Kemp
scared.
back in the game, though.
Did you see him, though? He
Yep.
stopped in the middle of his route, like when
Alligator arm that bad
gator
boy.
arm it. He knew he was getting
Watch
hit.
Wooler come into your picture, number 24, the leading tackler. If he goes for the ball instead of the hit, he makes an interception here, and it's a whole new ball game.
He got
Good
catch
pass,
that.
though.
First incompletion.
Led him and everything.
Yo,
For
gotta
Chuba
catch
Purdy.
that.
He was going right back to Kent once the well one too many times. So 3rd and 13. Here's a chance for the Badgers to get off the field.
Not only get off the field, but flip the field and get good field position for their offense.
Chuba. Obvious passing down. Under
Purdy.
pressure. Throws, gets hit low.
Incomplete, overthrows Kemp.
Ugh.
There's a flag.
Stop, but a flag does come in. Oh, this could be a hit on Purdy.
There
He
is.
got hit really
Flag.
low.
Yep, we'll take that first now.
We'll take that first down, Big
The
Ten.
freshman, Christian Alliego,
Man, I wish he
has
could have
really
connected on
come
that pass, though.
And he
Ooh.
gets home.
See?
But he
Could have
hits it
snapped
too
his
low.
fucking knee,
I know.
bro.
He stays high with that hit. There's no penalty. The fact that he was there is what caused the ball to not be accurately thrown. But the hit was low and the penalty was correct. And the
Wow.
penalty bailed out.
TH3 says, run the damn ball. Yeah, I'm ready for some runs now that we got out of that situation.
I don't know, man, if the pass is going to work.
Thrust into some big moments so far down the stretch this year. That is a
As soon as it
critical
doesn't work,
mistake.
I'll be with you, though.
Almost a third
Yelling,
down stop. Now
talking
they'll run
shit.
it. Anthony
Grant!
Here's an Anthony Grant run.
What a deflating penalty and play.
Finally, my boy
Back
Grant
up
gets
behind the
some
chains,
recognition.
Deep in their own territory. Couple big plays on 1st and 2nd down. And then you bail them out with the penalty, and now all of a sudden...
I mean, is their defense this bad?
I didn't think it was.
That penalty bailed us out, but the trick play cost us 10 yards and we turn around and score a touchdown. But you think 2nd and 20 with our offense, we're done. We're going to be punting.
Grant looking like Braylon Allen powering for a 4-yard gain.
This is a Nebraska offense. We talked about injuries for the Wisconsin offense. This is a Nebraska offense that lost 2 of their top running backs and gave Irvin Jr.
bad for that dude.
Johnson. 3 of their top receivers not available. 2 of them injured. 1 left the team.
Absolutely feel bad for
hell of a first quarter, man.
Young players at skill positions and
could not have asked for more. No way.
Right now in this ball game, an outstanding first.
Unbelievable, bro. Let's take a look at the stats.
Oh, Purdy. Rushing and throwing.
Wow.
I mean, the whole team's playing well. I'm just saying stat-wise.
Yeah.
He's going to have nice looking. He's probably got a higher QB rating than any game this year a quarterback's had for us for the whole game.
Yeah. 12 yards rushing allowed, 83 gained. Love that.
Gained.
I mean, that pass to Jalen Lloyd, dude. We got a speedy freshman the ball, and he was able to house it.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
That ain't nothing.
Snaky YT, what's going on? Said, how's the game? The game is, I'll tell you how the game is.
Couldn't be better.
I'm not 100% sure that I'm not dreaming right now, and I'm about to wake up, and it's like, oh, that was a fun dream. Wouldn't it be nice if that happened? And this is just ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. 14-0. I can't wait till the end of the game so we can know for sure if it's sustained by Purdy. If Purdy plays the whole game to this level, then he's the starter going forward. I mean, is he not now the starter going forward, period? And do you even remember
was it? My bad. I was reading this email.
Is Purdy the guy going forward? Undoubtedly.
I mean, right now he looks like it.
What if Harburg comes back healthy? They're like, oh, he's healthy now.
Well, Sims came back healthy after a bunch of turnovers and didn't automatically get his job back. So, I mean, you got to go with... When your quarterback situation is that bad and making your offense that bad, you've got to go... And I know both of them have talked they don't want to do a... They don't want to do a multi or do a quarterback system. Rule seems more open to it than Satterfield, but... You don't always get to dictate your circumstances, you know what I mean? If that's what you got, that's what you got. But just, you know, like when we have some bad losses and stuff, I'm like, man, relax. It's year one. I don't want to get too gassed up on this because they might have been all week watching Jeff Sims game film, worrying about him, you know, assuming he's starting and
thinking they're going to get 5 quick, easy turnovers.
Yeah, and if as they settle in or make adjustments, the offense could turn stagnant and you start having turnover issues. But I mean, with a 14-point cushion and the way our defense plays, as long as it doesn't go off the rails, I think you couldn't ask for a better start, man. Give yourself a little leeway for some snafus, if you will. You can bounce back, not be so detrimental.
GH3 says, I still have no faith simply because I follow this team. Yeah, that's understandable. We're always pretty much waiting for the other shoe to drop around here.
Ran for a touchdown, running the offense, and has really kind of surprised
there we go.
Wisconsin defense with how efficient he's been.
So that penalty extended the drive. They keep Grant in the game on the second down and 6. And we'll see if they stay with the ground game.
They give it to Grant. Powers for 3, 2,
3.
That's what Matt Rule likes. Gains 3 more and makes it 3rd and short again.
Noah, in
What
four
we
Big
at, third
Ten
and,
losses
6, 7?
for Matt Rule's team this year.
No, because we had already grabbed
Oh,
a couple
3rd and 3.
yards.
Jeez,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
17 points and 10 points. They've already got 14
Not
points.
You're just so used to it being 2nd and 10.
Well, like I wasn't paying attention in the beginning either and thought that I missed first down and just not paying attention to the down and distance.
You just woke up from a nap.
From a Gary.
From a Gary.
33. Got everything available. Don't be afraid to run it. Got a boy, Kemp.
Slant to Kemp at about the 48. Our 48.
Good throw, too, man.
Yep.
Jordan Turner, number 54.
Kept it low in front of him, so it's either incomplete or he gets it.
Just a hair late. He took a step inside.
Nice throw.
Be a tad behind him,
to
but
fit the football in between the two defenders.
You could see the look on his face. He was almost willing that football to get
1st
there.
and 10. We are under
going
center.
heavy.
Hand off to Emmett.
Move.
Gets
And
3.
Second effort.
Time for a game break. Let's go to Joshua Perry.
I'll take it.
North Alabama visiting Florida
Let's
State.
go.
Goes down big early and things got worse. Here's Jordan Travis.
Don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I heard he snaps his leg.
Unfortunate for them, but the Noles
Yeah.
respond. Keziah Holmes gives Florida State the lead on this rushing touchdown.
Nope.
Back to you, Noah.
Living in Omaha, no.
That is disappointing. Jordan Travis
Didn't even
is
see
having
one, bro.
Didn't even imagine going hunting and not seeing a deer.
We were trying to get the kids theirs because we were just seeing random little ones. But when we
Purdy
were
steps
actually
up.
out, never saw one.
Gets
Nice
2,
run.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right?
Purdy just showing the versatility.
Let's go.
Just the quickness. I mean, the burst. And this is what they saw.
Those are the type of
with him running the scout
quarterback
team the
runs
last
I
couple
like.
weeks. He's
Yeah.
got his explosiveness
Drop back, let the
He's got his
defense
quickness back.
space out and being worried
He had
about
a great camp
pass
before the
defense and
injury,
then
and they were ready. It was the perfect
plenty of
time.
lanes. I mean,
to
unless you
put
got a
him in
stud
now.
runner to be
With Harburg hurt,
designing
Sims kind of
runs.
battling the confidence and turnover problems, and
Get some
he has played
spacing.
well so far.
high snap.
Yep.
Johnson on the give. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right back to the line of
Just
scrimmage.
Disappears into the
We about
pile.
I don't feel like I've seen many negative yards, if anything.
That trick play was -10.
I know, Derek. It's
Purdy.
crazy.
When he came
Purdy had the
in
one
after
run
the
where he
turnovers from Harburg and the
lost
injury, and then the
3.
turnovers from Sims. Lead a 90-yard drive down
was the
the
beginning of
field
this
with a
drive,
chance to
wasn't it?
potentially win the game.
First, second play of
He
this
had
drive.
no reps going into that game. He wasn't taking any reps with the first team. Very limited reps, period, in practice. He ends up throwing the interception on 3rd and goal.
Had to turn the heat on
But you
in
can
this
just
house, man.
feel
It's getting
the
cold.
comfortability right now.
What is it? A
from the
balmy
22-year-old.
65 in
2nd and
Texas.
10.
Everybody's shutting schools down.
Yeah.
Deep drop, Purdy.
Pretty good pass protection
Take
here
off.
for Purd.
Yep.
What an ankle breaker from Purdy to grab 3, 4 more yards.
Can we give the O-line a little love as much as we've shit on them over the last couple of years?
Yeah, we've shit on him a lot less this year,
We're
though.
not going to have any Lombardi Trophy winners or anything, but
share of turnovers in the game. You mentioned the interception by Purdy. He was in the least amount of snaps, had that drive, but his interception.
quarterbacks
on the
aren't running
5-yard
for their
line
live
was
as they're
horrible
trying to
because
receive
they
the
had a
snap,
chance to
and
kick a field goal. It was a 10-10 game at that time.
guys turning around looking at the defense go
And
scot-free
yet
to the
tonight,
quarterback.
he has been outstanding. Big 3rd down play here for the Badger defense. This could be
Bourkature in motion.
2-down
Is that
territory
Bourkature?
for
87?
Nebraska.
Hand off. My guy Grant. Ooh,
Gotta go for it.
4th and
Gotta go for
inches.
it.
Where that decision comes in. 4-yard pickup, and it's 4th and very short. Likely the offense. to
Just
stay
go
on the
heavy
field.
and
This
sneak
is the
it.
power football that Matt
Bucket
Rule
man
likes.
scouting what's going on. So
When they
Purdy
run the
has a
football,
lot
they
more
go to the
command
backside
of the
guard,
offense.
Now they're bringing in some bigger bodies on 4th down.
Everything's working right now.
Range, probably he's got an 18-year-old kicker. He would rather trust his
That dude looks
offensive
like a
line
grown-ass man. He looks like
Seriously.
college.
to open up a hole here.
Whoa, I thought he got a lot closer than that.
Under center. Oh boy, that's gonna be stopped.
Dude, waste that. Like, it was a loss.
Yeah,
Emmett Johnson
they blew that shit up. I would have liked Grant to get that run, not Emmett. I love you, Emmett,
Exactly what the Wisconsin
but I feel like that's a
Matter who
Grant
got
play.
it.
pressure came from the
If
outside.
whoever,
I think that
if
was
whoever doesn't
Carl
bounce
Ball
outside, that's what you
who
get,
got
man.
in
They,
there
like you said, they
first,
blew it
and a
up.
big stop
Just
by the
overloaded it.
Badgers.
Grant's a bouncy guy.
I'm not mad at any of that.
No, it's fine.
Not
It's
mad they
fine.
went for it. I'm not mad at the play call.
What yard
I'm
line
glad
are we
they
on?
didn't.
Could we have tried a field goal?
I think we're at the 52.
Oh, Lord. No, we were not at the no.
There isn't a 52, Dick. I was joking.
I knew it was 48. It would have been 48, but, you know.
We were on their 33.
I would have kicked a field goal. Not going to lie.
No, I'm good with that.
I like scoring points. I like even a little bit less than half of a touchdown if you can get it. You earned it. You marched down the field. You earned the right to score. Score. Score.
And then if he misses the field goal, you're like, it was not even a full yard.
No.
You can get that. You're moving the ball right down their throats. You
I'm
can
a
get
field
a yard.
goal guy. I'm a field goal guy. I've been having some faith in our field goal kicker lately, man. He's been looking good. Alvano's been looking good. It's all good, though.
If I could get you to shut up and just deal with the fact that it's okay.
I can do that. Just saying.
I feel like it's a moral victory that they didn't, on 4th and less than 1, line up in shotgun and then toss it 7 yards behind the shotgun and then try to have him run.
Steven said O-line got handled. Yeah, I mean, I think they
were
really read that. They read that well.
There was too many guys to block.
Good old Dunkin' Donuts commercial. When's the last time you had Dunkin' Donuts?
I don't remember the last time I had a donut.
Seriously. Been a minute.
Or where it was from. I like their coffee.
Haven't tried it.
Are you serious?
We don't have a lot of Dunkin' Donuts down here.
Coffee's good.
Yeah, JD, I'm glad they were under center. That got me excited, but I kind of would have liked to option out to the edge, you know. That fake pitch from Purdy earlier was nasty.
Trip up from the back, and Mike Tressel's defense rises to the occasion at just the right time.
You good lip reader?
Mike Tressel was fired up coming into this game. Wanted to see intensity from his defense.
Mordecai, fake handoff. He's under pressure.
Mordecai in trouble is going to have to let it fly.
Dances around in the pocket.
Finds a completion of Tucker
Ooh-wee.
for a modest gain of 5.
5-yard gain from the tight end.
Coverage downfield, and Mordecai able to at least find an outlet and get a positive gain.
Bro, if we could get a stop here and just milk some clock, that'd be great.
They're making them work hard just for even those 4 or 5 yard gains.
Braylon Allen's still in the game right now, but they had a season low.
Why does he have an Ohio State touchdown?
That's what I was wondering.
Against Northwestern.
Play action pass.
Oh, first down. Good tackle by Tommy Hill, though.
Yeah, forward progress, definitely first down.
That was actually Quincy Burrows. His first catch of the season comes on a first down pickup. No Bryson Green in this game on the outside for Wisconsin. So Burrows, C.J. Williams, Vinny Anthony all going to get a little bit more run than they're accustomed to as Allen stays in there in the back.
Fake handoff. Let's go. Throwing it deep.
Wide open.
Uh-oh.
No, incomplete.
Just a little
it hit the ground.
Complete,
Good lucky, man. He's been talking about that, getting beat on double moves.
Pauling had separation. I mean, he had one-on-one coverage and he had separation. The ball's thrown a little bit too far out.
That's tough.
Oh, wow. The ball definitely moved on the ground.
Yo.
Who got beat?
Brown. It looked like Omar Brown.
As soon as that ball hit the ground, the ball is moving.
I mean, he was the closest one. I don't know if somebody else got beat or somebody was
but I think this
not deep enough on their zone, and he was didn't catch it, but he didn't look like he was that far behind. I think he just got beat.
Tremendous effort, and that's a miss.
I'll tell you.
He had a big play.
Finally go to the ground.
Braylon Allen up the gut for 5 at least, maybe 6.
3rd and 5, 3rd and along 4.
Tell you what, that run right there by Braylon Allen looked better than any of the runs that he had last week. He only had 3, and he had 1 reception. But he was kind of tiptoeing. You could tell the ankle was bothering him. A high ankle.
He said at Michigan State, that's a catch.
But that run right there, he stuck his nose up in there and hit the hole with a little bit of force.
Braylon Allen, you know this game means
Is that
something
not
to
a
him, not
Ohio
just
State? Is it a
the fact that
0,
it's a
like, 'cause of his
trophy.
It
number?
looks maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
But it was the Wisconsin-Nebraska game that sparked his love
Mordecai
for football as
over the middle.
just fits it in
First
the
down.
back.
That ref almost got blown up.
Yeah, really nice job by
That was a tough
Mordecai
catch.
just moving in
Traffic.
the pocket as they go
Traffic
tempo,
guy.
because Hutmaker was getting pressure.
That's
on
how
the
y'all
inside.
say it
He
down
just
in the Baja,
evaded
right?
that and made the throw for the first down.
Held the motion man on
Mordecai out to the flare route. He's
I like
wow.
the idea of a little
Stepped
tempo
out
here.
early,
They've got
bro.
good field position. They've got a couple first downs.
He stepped
Now
out before the hit?
Nebraska substituting
Way before the hit.
wholesale
Way.
on personnel, and Wisconsin, Mordecai trying.
gave him
Are they
first.
giving him the first?
But they're holding
I don't know
it
how
where-
you can see where he stepped
Where the
out. I
ref
couldn't
was
see it.
marking it, it looked
by
way
Wisconsin
short. Okay.
will enable the defense to substitute as well.
Mordecai over the middle.
Dude, when they hit
Mm.
him 1 by 3s, you know they're trying to isolate the guy.
That 5'6"
Here we go with that
is
cushion.
confusing.
Yeah. Well, Burrows,
Shit
along
again.
with Pauling, are two receivers who transferred from Cincinnati with Luke Fickell to this Wisconsin program.
Yeah.
Pauling has had a great year. Quincy Burrows really getting his first extensive run right now.
Shotgun again. Allen in the backfield.
And Allen has played this entire drive.
He's going to run.
Mordecai will run it himself.
Ooh.
Gets to the
Nice
Stopped, but he got at least 6.
Design quarterback draw. Braylon Allen was the lead blocker on that play, and a positive gain again.
Got a
Watch
nice
Allen
little
just kind of lead up in
drive
here.
going.
He's not 100%,
Maybe a
but
step
he's showing
up.
some guts and some courage as well. We've already talked about how tough Mordecai
Hmm.
is playing with the broken bone in his hand.
Second
Allen
and
showing
7.
toughness too.
Bringing some heat.
Didn't
Didn't get him.
Oh, boy, that hurts.
That's what happens when you don't get home.
Bro.
That might be the worst drive I can remember in, like, I don't know how many games by our defense.
Yeah.
Getting beat deep.
We got a
Couple
game
missed
on our hands,
tackles.
folks.
Getting beat on the edge.
Kind of a funky defense. Akers going to go out here, but
Too
watch
much
this
cushion
guy. This
on
is
the-
a defensive tackle.
in the
Shove
pass
rush
defense.
and drop back
How much
into
did we
Where there's
coverage.
linebackers
And he
playing
was
too soft and leaving the
responsible
middles
for that
open.
area. Now, Ty Robinson is a heck of an athlete, but he's not used to being out there in space,
Mm.
and he was not in a good position to stop that throw.
Point after is good. 7-14, folks.
Touchdown of the season for Tanner Mordecai, but he delivers it perfect. Just puts the right amount of loft under it. The running back Aker does the rest on a 9-play touchdown drive for the Badgers.
What do you think, man?
Defense got to get settled in.
They looked great up until that drive.
I don't know about great. Good, decent. Their offense a little stagnant. Some drop balls and
Braylon Allen's looking healthier this game, and Mordecai's throws are getting more and more accurate, bro. They were so off to start the game, and now it feels like he's warmed his hand up, and it probably is hurting him a little bit less.
I'll tell you how he feels.
Oh, yeah, you'll let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Dion says, oh, it just figures when our offense looks good, our defense gives up a score. It is interesting.
Yeah, I was
how
thinking
it works
about that.
way.
I was thinking about that. I think I still am more confident the defense will get it going than I am the offense will keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But things have looked a lot different under Purdy. So, I mean, including that drive last week where he threw the interception, you know,
Yeah.
that drive was incredible. Everything was working, and he made a couple of nice passes.
Nice
I think it makes it difficult, right, to give him leniency when you've been having so many interceptions, and then he throws the 5th one of the game. It feels like,
That's his 5th.
yeah, but it was his first, I
First
think
one.
all season,
After
so you
not really taking meaningful snaps at all.
So you have to completely reset your expectations and reset your anger, which is hard to do.
Hard to do. It's so hard to do. I won't do it.
You refuse.
I'll just shit on him. I don't care.
Alexander says Mordecai getting a whole lot of time back there.
I think they moved. I mean, I'd like to see it better, but it almost seems like they went from trying to get the pressure to try and get the linebackers in like those flats in the middles, but like that play there just looked like a zone blitz and nobody was on that edge.
Yeah.
Either played it too tight or was worried about the deep ball. But there was nobody over the top, so it had to be played too tight.
What a moment for those.
They did
a good job pass protecting to give him time for him to get around the edge of that.
Mr. Raj wants to know if Hartzog was the one that got burned.
I don't think anybody got burned. I think the zone was gone.
So the first 2 Wisconsin drives.
It wasn't a man situation, you know what I'm saying?
The last one goes 9 plays, 66 yards, and the eventual
kickoff is away.
Touchdown to Jackson Aker.
Not going to be returned.
Well, let's go back to the touchdown. We already talked about Ty Robinson not being in position, but watch this edge rusher right here, Mekhi Bayer. He's going to get fooled. He's going to come in here.
Just the blocking's good. It's almost like a screen. The blocking works for him to get around.
He's out of position.
You got both your guys coming in.
Aker runs right by him.
Damn, what a throw, bro. Right over the top.
Robinson out there in the flat trying to, you know what I mean? Like,
that's funny.
That's where you want to go if you're the offense.
Only their 9th touchdown pass.
Good execution by them.
In this air raid offense. Coming into the game, only 8. That was tied for fewest in the Big Ten with Nebraska and Iowa.
So both Nebraska and Wisconsin have a passing touchdown through this first quarter and a half. So I formation on first down with Anthony Grant as the tailback.
Pitch.
Here we go. There we go.
Grant up the right side. Let's go, baby. I just love seeing Grant get carries, man.
I like seeing how he finishes plays.
Yes.
One of those tight ends in here, right side of the line. They got a fullback in the game.
Good blocking. Damn good
Matt
blocking.
Rule really endeared himself to the Nebraska faithful across the state when he said, we're going to bring a fullback back into the offense.
Crystal Vegan Smith says, oh my God, these school colors are the same. Wrong. Our red is definitely a better color red. It's a better shade.
How about the other side?
Grant to the left. 3 yards. Maybe 4.
By this Wisconsin defense,
probably 3.
For the love of God, hold on to the ball. Don't give him a reason to put you back in the doghouse for
Chubba Purdy.
3
Again,
years.
that's the other thing that he brought.
Seriously.
He brought the fullback back, and he brought the option back. Something that obviously was very popular and used widely by both Tom Osborne and Bob Devaney when they were so successful coaching the Cornhuskers.
Shotgun.
2 by 1.
Go,
go.
Oh!
He did not see it until it's too late.
Yeah, they brought somebody off the edge, and
he did not recognize the blitz,
and they fork-arened him to the ground.
Blitz, a corner blitz from the short side of the field, and Purdy does not feel it.
Man, if he'd have seen that.
It's a free release for the back, so he has to know.
Was anybody open?
No.
For him.
Yeah.
And that was
even
just a case of
Malachi, when he left him,
reps,
they picked him up right away.
To recognize the pressure.
3rd sack of the night. Loses 7.
3rd and 15, folks.
On 3rd down, but this one 3rd and 15, a long way to go.
Han in motion.
Zone-looking defense right here. Maybe just a 3-man rush. No,
drops back. He's got decent time. He's flushed out to the right. He's just going to run for a couple, and we'll get a good punt here.
Wisconsin now with back-to-back stops defensively after struggling against this
Nebraska defense. Let's see what you got.
Well, we already saw the freshman
seriously
adjusted.
Get the penalties, coverage downfield, but 28 shows his range. Watch him on the pass rush as we see the coverage downfield. Nowhere to go with the football. Watch Allegro. He doesn't get the.
How about Fedoni right there?
I know it.
How about Fedoni, and then Fedoni gets to try to bulldoze? I mean, we wouldn't have got the first down, but still.
228 as Vinny Anthony is back
short, isn't it?
from Ushini.
Yeah.
Bro, what kind of punt was that, bro? Are you freaking kidding? Did he touch it with his foot? He kicked at it.
Wow.
Dude.
What is that, like a 23 net?
You could punt the ball harder kicking it off of your dick. Like, what is that? Oh my
Geico makes car
God.
insurance easy.
What up, Gavin?
As easy as loving Parmesan.
Say what?
Bad kick, even worse bounce. Second quarter not going as well as the first quarter did.
That hurts, man. MWI said, haha, we can never enjoy anything as fans of this team. Hey, we had a fun first quarter. All right? That was fun. Got to hold on to these things. 18-yard punt is wild, though. MT
Was it 18?
That's what D Park said. MT says, is there wind at the game tonight? I don't know if there's 18.
He just looked like he
kicked it straight up into the air.
It. Just like kind of flicked it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't really get into it or try to kick it hard. Like just
like it was
like he was trying to do a 20-yard punt. Or
like
something.
We were on the
40.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. What up, Scott? TH3 says he panicked because he thought it would get blocked. Protection wasn't great. Could have been a little bit of that too, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Raj says, tell me Satterfield isn't doing it again.
Play calling seems all right.
It's fine, you know.
With some breakdowns on, like that blitz.
Yeah. 19-yard punt. Scott says he's getting frustrated by the play calling again. I'm trying not to complain too much because that first couple drives were so good. So nice not to be having to wake up early for the game today. Feels crazy. We have not had many night games since early in the season.
Just mainly the Thursday, Friday, whatever games.
Bounce, and then this is down. You very rarely see this because Ryan Buschini, the punter.
Yeah, Buschini was able to get to his own punt and down it. Wow, Mordecai off to the races.
Defense is going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
They're letting shit underneath. They're getting beat by double moves, and the quarterback's gouging on run plays.
This is pause,
too many things to.
That was a hell of a run by Mordecai.
By Tanner Mordecai. You know, when I saw him before the game on the field, he's thick.
He dropped a safety on him.
That's what makes him a very good runner. Mike Robb and I were
noticing
that today, watching him during
hand off to Allen. Uh-oh, they're trying to double end. They're trying to fake. Oh, my gosh.
As busted as that look, they get a first down, though.
That's crazy.
Heads-up play by Pauling because I think he was supposed to flip it back to the quarterback Mordecai. Watch.
Wow.
I feel like I'm watching an NBA game, and I desperately want the coach to call timeout.
Yeah.
And so he made a heads-up
just nothing is going
to keep the football. They're lucky
the defense's
they even
way.
got that exchange from Allen to Pauling, and then Pauling did a great job of just making a great
play. Tackle, man. They're already 25.
Badgers have gained 26, 16, and 11 on their last 3 plays. Offense coming alive down the stretch in this second quarter.
Hand off. Stopped. Let's go.
The backfield loses 2.
Good job. Leonard.
Pressure that time off the edge. Cameron Lenhart, number 11. Watch him just knife in there. Just a nice inside move. Beat the tackle.
Bro, he was there immediately.
Yep.
Jeez. More of that, please.
In the middle, and the edge rushers are kind of lean, athletic guys.
Nowakowski, the motion man on 2nd and 12.
Fake handoff.
All right, get up there.
Looking deep. Throws deep-ish. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Good coverage there.
Yeah, it was.
Hartzog was right on his hip.
Hartzog stayed with it. He didn't get beat that time.
One of the things Phil Longo told us, he said, look, This offensive
Guys,
line
help us
has
out
done
if
a
you can.
tremendous
Take a second.
job
Look and
of
see if
pass
you've hit the
protection.
like button.
This
If
is
not,
great work.
slap that thing
Clean
for us,
pocket
please.
For a long time, and Mordecai not able to make a
Slap
completion.
it, slap it.
But with the change in offensive philosophy and a new system, the air raid, this Wisconsin offensive line that was recruited to come here and be run blockers.
You gotta get some hits
they
on that
really
dude, man. He just seems too
adapted
comfortable even when there's
Yep.
pass blockers.
pocket kind of.
Wisconsin has
Tightening
averaged
up
nearly
on it.
11 yards to go on their third downs. This is a 3rd and 12.
5.
Drops back.
Get to him.
Throws.
Complete.
Oh, my gosh. No first down, but you think they go for it or take the field goal?
4-down territory as Skylar Bell picks up 11 through the air.
I mean, the smart thing to do is the field goal, obviously, especially
Yeah, I
now that
think they might
our
go
offense
for
seemed to
it
kind of
here.
stall
They've
out.
got
But
some juice
the way they're
right
able to
now.
move
They've
on the
got some momentum.
defense,
One of the reasons Braylon Allen is
You
in
got a
there,
chance to
even
erase
if he can't run it all
that
that well,
fucking
he's a
crazy
really
start
good
Nebraska
pass
had here.
protector and did a
He
nice
punches
job
in.
picking up
Right.
an outside blitz on that third
yes,
down
I kind of
play.
expect him to go for it.
Wow, they are 4th and 2. This would be the biggest stop possible right now.
Got 2 timeouts remaining here.
Use
Please.
the timeout. I'm not sure if he's 100% sure
Timeout Fickle.
that he wants to go for it or not, but he wants some time to think about it.
Well, there's 2 schools of thought. Either you go for it, hope for the touchdown on the double dip, or you take the points and use that as your double dip. We'll find out when we come back.
He can stop saying double dip anytime soon. Be fine by me. Man, if you're Luke Fickle, what would you do? You go for it?
Probably.
I kick the field goal. I feel like
would
field goals are
probably-
so underrated these days. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants 3 points.
If it was tied, I'd take the field goal, or if I had the lead. But like I was saying, man, if I'm Fickle, I'm assuming the defense probably isn't going to keep playing like this. They're probably going to make adjustments and get better. The offense has already started slowing down, so it's like capitalize while you're able to make progress with the defense. If you don't get it, you're not really worried that Nebraska's going to drive it 70-some yards and make you pay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could argue that that's what switched it for Nebraska is if they kick that field goal from the 33 and there's a lot of ifs. If they kick it, if they make it, it's a 17-0 before that deal, and instead they get away with no points and put together a nice drive, go score, and then get it back. So I don't know.
I just think a stop here would be. I feel like a stop here would be just as big as that Purdy run to start the game. We need it bad.
I think the defense isn't getting to the quarterback, man. They need to stop. They need to go to like maybe even a 3 front and just start covering the middle of the field and having a guy watching the quarterback, everything in front of him.
Is their offensive line that good?
I mean, whether the offensive line's that good or the guys they got back there in pass protection are that good, we're not getting to them. So it's like instead of sending 4 or 5, sometimes 6 guys, and
maybe get some coverage sacks.
Yeah, get some guys underneath so you don't have those short ones, and then you can have your safeties kind of help with the double moves over the top or bringing him down when you think he's in situations where they're going to try and run him out.
Crystal says they're kicking a field goal.
And on Thanksgiving, Jimmy welcomes Cher and Mike Birbiglia. New Tonight Show on NBC and Peacock.
How are we so far behind?
Wisconsin takes the timeout. They decide to kick the field goal.
I think it's smart. I mean, it's too far to run without a healthy Braylon Allen. It would
It's a
almost
smart play.
have to be a pass against this stingy defense.
Makos 13
Good.
16 on the year, and this one sneaks
10-14.
through from 35 yards out. So they bring it to within 4. Again, Wisconsin won the toss, elected to defer to the second half.
He's yelling at Sherman for something. What was Sherman supposed to block that field goal?
Sherman might have jumped. It looked like I was surprised. I was kind of expecting a flag. It looked like somebody jumped over the center. I wonder if it was him.
If they get a 3 and out here, they could get the ball again. Now only 1 timeout. Be interesting to see how Matt Rule plays this last possession at the end of the first half. He's got to be very happy with.
Yeah, Logan, we definitely have enough time.
After the quick start.
For what?
It's just like, did all that magic dry up? That's the question to get into field goal range.
We've said coming into the game.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that field
Just don't
goal
go
that
pressing and turn over. This is where we turn over the ball a lot.
that field goal I was
2 minutes.
clamoring for earlier and that you were clamoring for in the pregame video would have us up a full touchdown right now, but that's okay. Analytics say that being up a touchdown isn't a good thing.
Yeah, neither does hindsight.
I mean,
Oh, that worked? Yeah, that's
I'm
what
a
I
field
wanted to
goal
have happen.
guy.
Oh,
I'm
that
a
didn't work?
field
No, you should have
goal
done
guy.
this.
It's bowling season.
I'm a field goal guy.
Walking through that door.
If we're playing each other in Madden, I'd probably lose, of course, but I would take every field goal that I reach the ability to get if I get stuck on 4th down.
You wouldn't get in field goal range on
If I did, I'd be taking it. That's my MO. All right?
That's a formality for them. They expect that, and this is a game that they could really use in their favor.
Purdy, shotgun. They're going to speed option, kicks it out. He's going to get stopped after a 5-yard trip. All right.
To the 30, make it the 31 with a flag down.
Yeah, well, Waller make the tackle,
Flag.
but he also drew a
Get a
penalty
hold.
on Fedoni, the tight end. 24 blocking on 24. It was a great play.
In the back. Offense, 10-yard penalty
Even
for
worse.
spot of the foul.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Hunter Waller, and there's no it's easy to see why he's such a great tackler. There's the illegal block by Fedoni.
That's the block in the back.
Stop Waller from making the tackle. What a fun kid
I
to
mean,
talk to, too.
he-
what are we
And was so
doing?
into watching
He
those
more
guys
like
play.
was grabbing him. It was more like a hold
I mean, he
in
had
the
his
back.
hand on his back, but he's pushing him from the side. His other arm's in
Both
front.
days here.
It was like, I got to get there early. I didn't even realize it was this time.
That was
Has the
weak.
touchdown, the motion man on first
Play action, throws right up over the middle. Fedoni
Good
makes a
catch.
nice diving catch up to the 30 almost, maybe
Man, if he could have hit
29.
him in stride, that
I
would
know.
have been a first down. That's all right.
Just
We'll
gets
take it.
more and more confident. This is a guy who battled through 2 ACL injuries. He's got tremendous
Good
ball
first down
skills
play.
and route running ability. And a nice target right there in the middle of the field.
Clock continues to run, approaching a
Come
minute to
on,
play in the
Purdy.
second quarter. Johnson, the running back, and Bullock, the motion man. Second and
Purdy
7.
whips it out to the edge.
Jim.
See what he can do.
Oh, my
that's helmet to
God.
helmet. Can't hit him like that. Can't hit our guy like that. We can hit yours, though.
Mm.
See, he hurt himself. Didn't even know where he's at. That's helmet to helmet, bro.
That's helmet to helmet as fuck, bro. What
What
are we doing?
Johnson on 3rd and 1.
Handoff for the first down. We get it.
Timeout,
Stop the
timeout,
clock.
Timeout.
Well, the clock should stop. They're going to speed it up.
Just to reset it, but you got 3 timeouts. Like, stop the clock until it's snapped. Like, can't reevaluate. See, they even checking him out for concussion. They know he helmet to helmet.
Purdy lets it fly.
Purdy over the middle.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Tony.
Bullock.
Why aren't they using timeouts?
Because they're getting
Got
first
3 of them.
downs. I kind of like.
But
Oh,
you're-
yeah.
You're just killing the clock. Like, regroup.
At least they're going quick. Purdy
No
steps
rushing
up.
shit.
Purdy
Flag,
stiff arms
yeah,
somebody to the ground.
And
gonna be a
Let's
hold.
go, Purdy!
Nice throw.
on the sideline.
It's probably a hold, yeah.
Coming back.
Yeah, this has
That was a
to
good
be
scramble,
holding
too.
Where it was thrown.
Wasted all that time off
I
the
think
clock
they're
and it's
gonna
going to
give
go
the
back
left guard
5.
Justin Evans Jenkins.
Offense, number 50.
Yep.
10-yard penalty.
We'll take that helmet to helmet now, ref.
Yeah, we've got a couple high-level wrestlers in this game.
That's why I wanted
but
some timeouts,
this is a
man.
takedown
There's like
as you watch this.
18
The left
seconds.
guard, number 51. Nice move on the inside by Gio Paez.
Who they call
Throws the
flag on?
holding penalty, and this is
Evan
back up
Jenkins.
Nebraska.
Oh,
And they had to take one of those 3 timeouts. Make sure the clock stops. No 10-second runoff down the stretch here. 26 seconds remaining. So you're knocking on the door of Wisconsin territory again.
I would, if I was, I'd be wasting time, but I'd go over to the ref and just cuss him out real quick, like Bo Pelini. Hey, why do you think they're checking their guy over there for a fucking concussion?
He's tough. I mean, you mentioned we talked to him, and you could just feel that energy, feel that intensity that he plays with. All the guys he looks at the next level play with.
He's got one. That's why he let him.
But this is big for both sides because the Nebraska offense that's played pretty well in the first half to get points would be massive. A Wisconsin defense that got punched in the mouth to start the game to get a stop going into the locker room feels like monumental stuff.
Yeah, and I think Matt Rule, just knowing the turnover problems and the mistakes that they've had in their previous
Purdy in shotgun, playing some
I feel
deep
like something really
coverage.
good's gonna happen here.
You
And it's
feel
not because I
like
looked at the chat.
Purdy throws it deep. Oh, baby!
Malachi.
Timeout. Timeout.
This is the same kind of throw that he hit.
I guess they're just going to rush it because they think that
They can
Sticks
run
aren't
a
gonna
run
move.
play and then. Why didn't the clock stop for the first down? To move the chains.
like, I think they have 4 Usain Bolts on both sides of the field running the
The chain gang.
running the chains.
4 Usain Bolts.
Like, they're faster than college
there's
football
4
players.
There's 4 people with that kind of speed in the
Yeah.
world, and they're all working a big.
This
10
game, yes.
They're not in the Olympics. They're not athletes in some other aspect of the
They
world.
will
They're
be
just
later, but this is their
running
side
the chain
job.
gang for a Big Ten game that means nothing.
Secondary opened up just a tad. Coming up on the Xfinity 10G Network halftime report. Recap from this first half. It's been a back-and-forth affair after the early lead from Nebraska. Jordan Travis injury update didn't look great. Disappointing for Florida State. And the playoff
Here we
picture
go.
becoming clearer and clearer with each final score. 14
Shotgun.
seconds remaining, second quarter here
My
at
bad.
Camp Randall. And Nebraska looking to add to their lead with Chubba Purdy at quarterback.
Purdy making some calls here. Last-minute little adjustments.
On the quarterback here.
Takes a snap. Option.
Good job. Good decision.
So we're settling for a field goal.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay,
pitches
that's
it out
fine.
and
No,
runs
that's
it,
fine.
like,
I'm just
I want him to
confused.
No,
I'm just
make
an
sure
idiot.
you don't lose yards at that point.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
But that was a heck of a tackle by Cheney because if he doesn't
Man,
make that
But not only did he
Almost-
not lose yards, he gouged him for another 9 or 10.
Yeah. You take one shot at the end zone?
You have to be fundamentally
No.
sound. You've got to account
I won't
for
lose my
everybody.
shit if they
Purdy makes
do,
the right decision.
but-
and if Cheney doesn't make that tackle, it's for even more yardage.
Careful holding that ball, my guy. Careful holding that ball. I would just kick the field goal now.
Nebraska does have one final timeout here, but with 8 seconds left, what are you looking to do here?
Yeah,
Are
a
you
team
taking
with
a shot
massive
towards the end
turnover
zone, feeling
problems.
like you're already in field goal range, or do you want to get
You're in
closer
field
for
goal
the potential
range.
field goal?
I mean, you can't hold the ball, right? So it's got to be something quick. I don't know if you can take a
Maybe
shot
just
in the
run
end
it to the
zone
hash
and
that
still have time.
Alvano likes it.
8 seconds is a decent amount of time, but if
Yeah,
there's
but I
any
mean,
delay
you
in
hope that you're close
only
enough.
gonna
He's
have
just
one
like, I don't
play.
give a shit
I
where it's
think you
at.
make a quick throw
Right.
here to get a
From
little
this
bit
distance.
closer for Tristan.
But, you know, they have their preferences.
For sure.
A true freshman, 7 for 11 on the season.
You still have that timeout also.
He's going to throw.
With a deep drop.
We're throwing to the end zone. 3, 2,
Smart.
1. Oh, my God.
Nick of time.
I like
mean,
he put it out of the
put
back
so
of the
much
end zone,
air
though.
under that ball. I didn't think the clock was going to leave any time. There's 8 seconds left. This play takes a long time. He puts a lot of air under it, kind of throwing it away, knowing that there was
Oh,
double
man, that
coverage
should
there.
probably be
That's
half.
pretty.
I think they did us a Texas solid.
Wow. Wow.
42 yards out. Has hit from
Come on, Albano.
55 this
Please,
Dead
please, please. Oh, my.
Not even close.
year. Won't curve in. Pushed it wide right. And that's how the first
And
half
you
will
wanted
go
them to
a
kick it
close.
from 33.
I talked to Ed Foley, their
Which would have been
special teams coach.
40
He's been in coaching for 35 years.
It would have been a lot less pressure, though, than that. That's a pressure field goal. 1 second on the clock.
Not really. You're dead center. What was the distance on that field goal?
And the
Where
momentum
were we at?
stays with Wisconsin.
Let's go downstairs. Catherine Tappan.
Coach,
The
Chubba Purdy,
24,
difference in this game
so-
so far. What has he shown you through the first 2 quarters of
Rules
play?
talking.
Like a 41.
Even when plays go bad, you know, they brought the corner on the empty protection. You know, he got down. He made some huge throws, even here, just bringing us down, giving us a chance. We moved it down here twice. Unfortunately, didn't get the 4th and 1, so I think he's playing really well so far.
You got off to a great start. How do you get the momentum back with Wisconsin's defense heating up?
You know what? We're going to come out and play. I mean, they're playing good defense. Their offense, we know, is plays hot. So we're just going to play. We're comfortable with these types of games. We're used to them, and we have a lead at halftime, which we don't always have. So.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Well, KT, Matt Rule said to us, aside from the Michigan game, we've been in every game. It's been fun every single week. It's been fun through the first 2 quarters here tonight. 14-10, Nebraska.
Honest to God, all right,
you want to explain to all the dum-dums like me what we just watched?
I'll tell you what we just watched. So, before this game started, I'm playing Fortnite with Romp.
Because you're a grown-up.
You're doing God knows what.
Kid stuff.
Okay.
I'm doing immature kid stuff while you were doing grown man stuff. Go on.
During that time, if I would have texted you and been like, oh, by the way, I saw into the future, we're going to be winning 14-10 at halftime, you'd have been like, bullshit. But here we are. And we're going to get up to a 14-0 lead. I'm happy. I'm happy with this game.
I'm really happy with the start. I'm happy that I almost said Harburg. Purdy's, even when plays are broken or not going to work, he's making good decisions. Doesn't seem like he's forcing things. I do wish they would commit to the run a little bit better or a little more. I feel like with the passes working, it's making them pass more. But it would be nice to just kind of gradually impose some will, you know what I mean? Extend some drives that way, or sustain some drives, maybe. I don't know. But, the passing game's not doing bad at all, so I'm not complaining.
10 for 12 from Chubba, 144 yards passing. That's a full 3 weeks worth of passing yards from Heinrich Harburg. His quarterback rating's got to be great. No turnovers, man. No turnovers is insane. Grant getting to run the ball, 38 yards. He's averaging 5.4 per carry. Maybe we could let him touch the ball a little bit more in this second half, for the love of God. We've only given up 45 rushing yards. They're not running it down our throats. We kind of were running it down theirs. We've got 126 already. We definitely gave the rope back to them a little bit, but when's the last time we've been in a position where we even had the rope to give? Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. Kemp, 5 receptions already. They're actually getting it to Kemp for once. I'll tell you the best.
A good variety. I mean, you look at Malachi has 2 receptions. Who had the touchdown? Was it Doss or was
Lloyd?
It Lloyd. Okay, so Lloyd's got that one. Bullock has a catch. Fedoni has 1 or 2. Kemp has a handful. They're moving the ball around.
It just feels like Purdy is much more of a quarterback than the other 2 that we have. The other 2 that we have are running backs, big running backs playing quarterback. This dude is an actual – he may not be the best quarterback in the country. He may not be the best quarterback in the Big Ten, but he's actually, by definition, a quarterback. And he can run. I don't understand why Purdy hasn't gotten a chance to play before this, man. Other than the groin injury. The groin injury makes sense. But how hurt could he have been if he's playing like this both weeks?
Have they said what it is? Is it actual groin he's going to have to have surgery on? Is it a hernia?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard groin from Coach.
Right, but I mean, if you have a sports hernia, that's in your groin. So, I mean, I know they don't give a lot of details with injuries, especially during season, but for as long as he didn't play, for it to just be an actual groin, unless there's a slight tear or something, but you would think it would be more noticeable if it was that bad, where it's like a tear. he's not as athletic and dynamic as the other two, like you said, but watching him run, you wouldn't think there's an injury.
No. He's not showing any injury.
Mm-mm. He's cutting decent.
Braylon Allen's only got 6 yards on 3 carries, so that.
So they're using him, but they're not using it. You know what I mean? He's in, but they're not giving him a lot.
He can't be 100%. He'd be cooking right now if he was 100%.
Yeah.
That dude is so nice. Gavin says, what you think about the second half?
I don't know what I think, but I'm really hoping the defense looks like the defense that we're used to. It could be really nice to get some 3 and out. Like, Wisconsin offense hasn't been good all year. So for them to, they started the way they did, but for them to end up with the touchdown, the field goal, putting some sustainable drives together is kind of unsettling. Or as bad as their offenses looked all year and as good as our defenses look.
I would love a turnover, man, to create a turnover.
Yeah, or even
get
just
any
like a
pressure.
3 and out. Like, just suffocate them and get the ball right back would make me feel a lot more confident about the defense being back.
Tyler says Wisconsin gets the ball to start. Yeah, Bradley, I agree. I think we're lucky he's hurt today. Some things have been going our way. They had a couple of drops and a couple of really bad passes to start, but Mordecai is heating up. But we're upset about the defense, right? The defense looked bad those last couple of drives. Still, we are holding them to next to no offense, man. 45 rushing yards, 88 passing yards. I think that's a successful first half on defense. We're just maybe a little spoiled by this defense. We know that they can do better, but I don't know if they can do better against Wisconsin. I mean, I know Wisconsin's
for
down.
Sure. Wisconsin's not, their offense is not what it has been. That's why they're
right.
Where they're 5-5 too, right?
Yeah. Bradley says, right, defense is bending a bit too much, but they are holding up. Offense is doing their part today, thank God. Scott says 0 pressure on the quarterback. That's true. If they can fix that one thing. And, we're not used to seeing the Huskers get off to hot starts in a game. But I'll tell you what we are used to, them getting better in the second half. Rule usually does some pretty good halftime adjustments. And we're going to need those in the second half.
Yeah, I want them to come out and not worry about, I'm opposite of you, and I'm sure most of the chat. I don't want them worrying about getting pressure on the quarterback. I feel like that was a big focal point in the first half. It wasn't working. It was leaving spots of the field open. Guys are given too much cushion in the secondary. So a lot of those shorter passes would turn into 8 and 12-yard gains. I want them to just crowd the field and see what a 3-4 at the most man front can do.
Yeah, I like your idea of letting the linebackers drop back into the middle of the field a little bit more and just playing coverage instead of trying to get to the quarterback, because for whatever reason we just can't get to him, man.
You can't get to him, and then when he finds a little gap, he's gouging you because there's nobody there. Those weak spots over the middle, and depending on if he scrambles out, some of them flats are able for him to get chunk yards on the run.
Bradley Pearson says, Gary, what are you worried about going into the second half? What do you think we need to see to close out the game? I'm going to grab my coffee while you answer.
Like I said, the defense, so in the first half, no pressure on the quarterback, or not enough at least. He would run around and make us pay for not getting to him. The cushion that they were getting, whether it was over the middle or out in the flats in the passing game, and then getting beat on those double moves still. Luckily, they didn't make us pay for it with a couple drops or him having a couple bad throws. But that's kind of what I was just saying. I don't think you can fix all 3 of those at once. I hope they just don't worry about getting to him. Pressure-wise, at least with extra guys, it'd be nice if you're bigs. You talk about how Hutmacher and Robinson are hard to double team, even they split up those double teams and whatnot. I let those two and like Cam Linhart rotate your third guy and then just start really trying to not give up middle of the field underneath routes. If you got to play a high safety to help on some of them double moves, because they're going to have time to run them if we're not blitzing or not even sending a full 4-man front. But I think you just transition, like don't even put the pressure on, let them sit there and then just try to secure the rest of the field. See if, like Gabe was saying earlier, if you can get a couple coverage sacks or the pocket eventually break down because of the coverage, would be huge. And I'd really like to see the offense kind of shift more towards a little bit run heavier in the second half.
Bradley says, Gabe, coffee this late? Man, I drink coffee round the clock.
Yeah, I do too.
But a lot of it has to do with, well, first of all, I've got my tolerance for caffeine through the friggin' roof. And then also, me and Gary both do intermittent fasting every day. So black coffee is just such a good appetite suppressant. It makes you feel a little bit more full. So I need it for that too. I'm starving right now, and I don't want to be. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be hungry, bro. My fast isn't even up.
I thought of it like 5 times, and I was like,
I thought you said you made food before the game.
No, I was going to, and I was like, man, it's not that late. I'm gonna wait.
You think you're man enough to hang with me? I don't believe it.
I do not.
Scott said, we all know that isn't coffee. Technically, you're right. It's not. It's an espresso blend. All right? Shout out to Stoke Coffee, our newest sponsor. Gavin said,
Ian
we got
said,
2
what
penalties.
Do you think? Ian said, what do you think of the running back play on both sides?
I'm loving our run.
I like it. I just think you can do it more. But I mean, you can
like,
argue the passing game's working, so it's. I'm not mad at the play calling at all.
I feel like people are gonna get mad at me because I like Grant so much and I want Grant to be the bell cow. It doesn't mean I don't like Emmett. I do, but let's not forget he's a freshman, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with him technically not being as good as Grant. And I feel like everyone wants to be like, we got this freshman stud. He's still not better than Grant, in my opinion.
That's just semantics to me. Like that to me, that doesn't matter. My whole thing is, I want them to run the ball so much that you have to use both of them. Like I don't give a shit who's in their eyes. I
agree with that.
The bell cow, the main guy. It's like just run the piss out of the ball to where you need both of them, and you start considering handing it to fullbacks or bringing in Ives or something like that because you're just running the ball so much. But again, you've got a quarterback that's actually executing and making good decisions in the pass game, so I'm not mad at that. It's just I don't want to like all of a sudden we can't complete passes, we can't maintain possession in the passing game, and now all of a sudden we're going to be a pro style or a quasi air raid. You know what I mean? I don't want to get down that alley.
Do you have Chad says, is the fasting a religious thing or more health related? No, it's strictly
You're Muslim, right?
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. All right. No, it's strictly for weight loss and not gaining weight. So like I try to go 16 hours every day before I eat. But when you're asleep, that counts, you know. So I like to sleep a solid 14 of those 16. No, but Mr. Meaty says, "Did you guys see Colorado get stomped today?"
That was last night, but
I was gonna say I thought it was last night.
They got embarrassed.
Yes, and it feels so good.
Remember 3 weeks in when everybody was, we should have got Dion. Why can't we have a turnaround like that?
That's true. I think I was in that. I was in the camp.
Because they had the baby. Remember, you were trying to convince me they had the baby. They could recruit better.
They did have the baby at a game, and you weren't taking that into account. But that
really helped them out.
While they were looking good to start the year, I asked the question: should we have given Dion more of a look. And sometimes it feels great to be wrong, you know?
Well, then you must feel great all the time.
All the time. All the time.
Life must be a dream
I'm
for you.
showered with that feeling.
All the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, me too, Scott. God forbid anyone question Deion Sanders. It must be that you're racist. Who just took a spill in the end zone in a suit?
Buddy, cool. Be way cooler than you.
That dude's hip is declavimacated.
What'd he do? I didn't even see it.
Someone threw him a pass. He went to go get it. It's Ahmed Fareed of NBC. Michael Robinson threw him a pass in the end zone, and he just took a spill.
I'm going to go piss for the second half starts with back.
All right, man.
Don't disappoint me. I want the viewers to double while I'm gone. It's on you.
Oh, damn.
Directly at him, and then offensively for Wisconsin, they have to be a little bit more explosive offensively. If they could be explosive,
I think I hear Drake in the background.
Told us yesterday that what they needed was a fast start. They got anything but a
That's over. Let that pussy breathe. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Any sexy red fans in the house? JS, how are we ahead of you? We've been behind everybody. You must have the slowest stream in the chat. Plymouth says, I would never want an egomaniac like Dion coaching. Normally, I agree, and definitely, now at this point, at this point, I don't want anything to do with having Dion, but I was fooled by it, right? Like, I thought, hey, he's getting results. All I care about is results. I'm that type of guy, all right? I don't care how nice a person is, mean a person is, how professional they. I don't care none of that. Do you get results for me? And I thought that was what Dion's thing was like, yeah, you might not like him, but he gets results. But I'm super happy for that to be over with. Man, it feels good. Because I hate Colorado. I hate Colorado because of their fans and the way that they talk shit and the way that they hate us and the way that mainly it's this. Them cheering on their players purposely trying to injure Adrian Martinez. That was the final straw for me that locked it in for me that Colorado fans, and I'm sure they're not all like that. I'm sure they have some fans that wouldn't do that. But Husker fans, what are we known for? 2 things, traveling well. 3 things, traveling well, being smart fans, and being kind fans. We're kind to the fans of the other team. Why? Because we're decent human beings. We're not like Philly fan cheering when somebody breaks their leg on the field. Colorado fans, loving it. Dude, it's scummy. Shit is scummy. So I just have no respect for him. Braun Cobra says, Texas are the most arrogant. I lived in Houston for 12 years. Longhorn fans, man, I didn't know Longhorns fans were like that. I've been to a Longhorn game in person, and it's the exact opposite experience of the Huskers. If you ever go to a Longhorns game down in Austin, this is not an exaggeration. This isn't me taking a shot at Texas Longhorns because I don't like them. This is the truth. It has the feeling of being in a high school or college cafeteria where every table is having their own specific conversations with each other and nobody is all paying attention to the same thing. Everybody's just talking to
Texas
each other.
Games?
Yeah, at a Texas game.
Yeah.
Like there's a game going on, but it's just like background noise. Like when you turn a TV show on or like play some music while you're cleaning around the house. The cleaning around the house is the real activity. The game is just like happens to be there. It's weird.
Like a beard.
Beard's weird. Is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Game's almost back on, man.
This is a long halftime, bro.
Really was. Really was.
You say years ago, Colorado students threw urine on Nebraska fans. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of shit. People
Scumbags,
vandalizing
bro.
cars.
Scumbags.
Twice in their last 4 games entirely.
Yeah.
What's going on, Phil Spear?
For the second week in a row. I mean, 290 against Wisconsin last
Start
week.
shutting up now, Gabe. Start practicing shutting up.
Yep.
Instead of 24 points. The 4th down stop was huge for the Badger defense.
Short kick.
Return for Vinny Anthony. Alvano couldn't get it to the goal line. It doesn't really matter as he gets to the 25 and not much further. We go down to Kate Tate.
Well, Luke Fickell always talks about complimentary football. He said he thought he saw that only in the second quarter from his group, and he's hoping to see more of it here as they try to continue that momentum in the second
questionable
half.
return must have been protocol
Hunter Wohler, who got hurt
from that non-helmet helmet hit.
Coach Fickell just told me, I don't think we
Bradley, it was weird, Bradley. I'd never been to a football game where people weren't paying attention to the game like that.
And they just miss everything that he brings.
Well, to be fair, he used the Nebraska games for everybody.
Yeah. I've been to high school basketball games that have a more intense crowd.
Not bad.
Mordecai one-handedly saves that wild snap.
Loses a yard as Marquise Buford gets home.
Again, this happened a couple
times
early in the game.
Oh,
With Huntmaker right on the nose of the center.
What a freaking catch, bro.
Yeah,
I like this dude, Mordecai.
They had trouble with snaps early in the season.
Buford's having a little game, even though the defense isn't that impressive so far.
They kind of went awry, and with that big dude right over your nose, it's kind of understandable why, but you've got to snap the football.
Getting your safety in the backfield that much.
Especially with Mordecai playing with that injured throwing hand.
Huskers bring pressure. Nope, just 4. We have that's a zone blitz.
Good D. Great D.
Is it a problem that he didn't get his head around, or no?
No, because he didn't make contact with him.
You'll tell me.
If he ran into him, it would.
This was really good coverage by Omar Brown. I mean, it's a slot fade, so there's a lot of room to put the football. It's a well-thrown ball, but Omar Brown just stride for stride
he's trying
with
to push
Pauling.
and create space.
And Pauling,
what do you think about that grab of his inner forearm?
Well, he's trying to push off with his right arm. He's trying to keep space with that right arm. You got.
Was there, but that was beautiful coverage by the senior from Minneapolis.
You know what I mean? If they're both doing it, what do you call?
Sets up 3rd down and 11.
Mordecai drops back. Oh, pressured. Oh, my God. We had his foot.
That's all right.
The play throws to the sideline, well short. Picks up 5 to Will Pauling, and a 3-and-out forced by this Nebraska defense.
That's good enough pressure on 3rd down. That's what I wanted, man. 3-and-out. Let's go.
Beautiful.
But the pressure forces him to get out of the pocket.
A nice 6-minute run-heavy drive would be amazing.
You see that inside pressure, Jamari Butler.
Well, they're just going to break down at the end, man. Same thing Robinson did earlier when he should have had him.
Defensive possession to start the second half for the Cornhuskers.
Sending everybody. They're tripping over themselves.
Booming kick.
Why can't we punt?
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Nation.
The Ives or Nation?
Across the 35-yard line. This drive will start at the 37.
Oh, he's done.
40-yard punt. Hunter Wohler
got
will
pads
not be
on
available.
anymore.
You see no pads. He's got the hoodie underneath the jersey, but he's still going to go out there.
They think he got they definitely missed that head-to-head. That helmet to helmet.
What are you talking about? That was clean. He just got a concussion.
Yeah, he just got a concussion and had to be taken out of the game is all.
100 on the season. He is the leader statistically, but now how do they do emotionally without him out there?
Well, I mean, it'll be different because, I mean, he's such a playmaker, but he'll still be involved to the
Purdy.
highest degree that he can be.
Handoff. Nope. Little keeper for 2, maybe 3.
Chucking it.
So it's Preston Zachman and Austin Brown, the 2 safeties out there in Waller's absence.
Now, Preston Zachman, you know, he's kind of a guy who's rotated in there. He's just going to get a lot more snaps here in the second half.
You can watch the ridiculous face paint off of you
on
now
a trick
that you're not
play
playing.
that Nebraska tried in the first half was there first to make a
We should try to cancel him for doing blackface.
Zachman has improved this year as a redshirt sophomore.
Half-assing it.
Yep.
Had an interception.
Call it a dog whistle.
Ohio State on Halloween weekend here at Camp Randall.
Purdy
Down
drops back.
Purdy
Pump fake. Throws deep.
Overthrows his target. Bullock out of bounds. Right there.
Either way, that was probably uncatchable, right?
They tried to kind of get
Yeah,
a
I just
and then go deep, and nobody was fooled on the
I
Wisconsin
just want him to
defense.
establish the
Watch
run, man.
Zachman, he's in man coverage. He's not fooled by the fake.
He's never
And
open.
nowhere
Like
to
there's
go
not
with the
a
football
Yeah.
for Purdy. So now Wisconsin will try to get their 3 and out to start the third quarter in the defense as well.
Nebraska 4 of 6
They didn't want to
on
get these
third
speed
down
guys
every
on some
night.
quick
Kamoi Latu,
crosses
transfer
or
from
slants
Utah,
over the
been
middle
injured the
type
last few
stuff, or
weeks.
just run the ball,
He's in there
man.
now at the safety spot.
Now you're
Lloyd,
third
the
and 8, you
motion
kind of
man.
have to pass.
Lloyd in motion.
Purdy with some confusion.
Uh-oh, not going to get it off in time.
Didn't get the play off. There's a
Unbelievable.
5-yard penalty.
Bro.
Down.
costly penalty. Now you're looking at 3rd and 13.
Got Matt Rule licking his lips. I counted about
Completions kind of on seam routes.
counted about
This
3
is the
licks
shit I'm
there.
talking about, though, man. It's like now trying to get too cute and creative with the passing game and adjusting shit at the line. Like, just start running it down their throats, man. Even if you punt a couple times, just start wearing on them.
In Madison, and a big third down early in the
Make
third
them tighten up the box, then do your passing shit. Not a
Purdy
great first
drops
quarter.
back.
Good passing team.
Good protection. Throws over the middle. Oink.
Put in the direction of Jalen.
I feel like the defender had a better chance to catch that.
I say he
than
wasn't open.
Lloyd.
That wasn't a good throw. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, really good pass coverage this whole possession. First we saw it from Zachman. That time Ricardo Hallman is going to be in.
Where's the run game? I mean, I know we can't run on 3rd and long, but
Zachman was kind of in the throwing
But you shouldn't be in
lane,
3rd and
dropping
long,
there,
man. You
but
got a couple
Hallman
yards
in
on the
perfect
him
position.
running out.
And a
Run it
3
on
out for the
2nd and
Badgers.
8
So Brian
instead of
Buccini,
another
who's put
bad
17
pass play
points
and
inside
then
the 20
taking
coming
a
into the day.
delay
We'll
game.
see
It's like
Anthony in a chaotic situation in that
just
backfield.
compounding issues.
Anthony will
Boom.
field it
Oh,
inside
come
the
on.
20, slip a tackle, and does get a cross.
Good
before
tackle
his
there.
body
Good
slams
tackle.
Tell you
to the
what.
ground. This will start at the 21. Bullock was
My
there
boy,
to get it
John
down
Wick
after a
Bullock.
4-yard return. 49-yard punt flips the field. Nebraska still with a 4-point lead.
all right. Defense just has to come out and do it again. Aeon says Satterfield wants to throw. That's
We know that.
that's so true. I mean, here's your girl, Stifler's mom, you know?
Yep.
Mr. Raj says Rule needs to tell him to run the damn ball. Aeon says the first run only got 2 yards, so Satterfield freaked out. I feel like that was a designed pass that he ran.
Yeah. And
It
I
wasn't a run
agree.
play.
I agree that's exactly what happened, but at the same time,
It's
Don't
called
freak out.
dedication. I mean, Rule was talking about
you got 4
early
chances, man.
like before the season started. I definitely remember, and this is when we had Gabe Ervin, Big Daddy Gabe Ervin. But they were talking about how we want our offense to be like a wrecking ball, just cracking the line of scrimmage, cracking until we break one. I don't see that. That's not and
I haven't seen it.
it's like Satterfield probably heard that and was like, "We do? Well, that's not what I have planned." I mean, it's just like the exact opposite. Use Anthony Grant for the love of God.
Use both of them, man. Just keep hammering it.
Grant. I want Grant to have 30 carries a game. Shut up. I know you're about to scoff at that. What's up? Galactus33 says, missed the first half, had work. I miss anything big, offense trash, or serviceable? Well, Galactus, we had a Taylor Martinez-esque run from Purdy to start the game. He dropped back to pass and just cut up midfield and just nobody could catch him. It was crazy. And then next time we had the ball, pass the ball right down the field like a professional NFL offense. Hit Jalen Lloyd. He scoots to the end zone. And then our offense has pretty much just been dead on arrival ever since then.
They did all right in that 2-minute drive to end the half.
That's true. Handoff to Allen. He grabs 2 yards.
3, 2,
Reimer there to make the play. And it's just impressive that Allen's out there right now and gutting it out. The way he looked last week, the way he's looked since the ankle sprain a couple weeks ago against Ohio State.
Yeah, well, obviously he's not.
Yeah, nobody saw it coming, Galactus. Wisconsin didn't see it coming. They looked like they couldn't believe it. And then Purdy's face, he had this look of like, oh my God, I'm getting away with it. It was hilarious. Mordecai. Woo! Come on, Buddha! Oh, he had him dead to rights. Oh my God, I feel like he could have like blown him up. Oh.
That's 2 whiffs on right, man.
And makes the play.
Aker through the hole, gets to the 40, and then a pile converges. They whistle this dead at the 41. 5 more.
I don't think they should have whistled that.
Mordecai is running with that bad hand.
I feel like they're really trying to rip the ball out, and they're letting him grind 3-4 extra yards on some of these plays. The tackling has not been what we've seen most of the year.
Mordecai, hands off to
They're doing
Aker.
exactly
Woo!
what we need to be doing.
Yep. We won't though. We're a passing offense. All right.
Short 2.
Extra tight ends coming in on this 3rd down and short.
Get Braylon Allen back in the game. See how heavily that left ankle's taped up. Wisconsin 2 for 6 on 3rd down tonight. This one.
Braylon Allen is what I wanted Yant to be. Allen, woo! It's a good hit. It's a good hit. He's just a little too big for that.
He can't go
Just
under
couldn't
center
get
to take
penetration
snaps.
through the line.
3rd and that short. Normally you would
I wonder how my boy Yant's doing in Florida.
Back in the shotgun, but he can't do that right now. But they still get enough of a push inside, and Braylon Allen runs tough for the 1st down.
Galactus said, Allen, a goddamn meatball.
Yeah, shit.
He's a meatball on steroids. I love it. Damn.
They're going to do exactly what we need to be doing to them.
Yeah, but we're not going to do it, so don't ask.
He looks completely different than he did a week ago.
We are a Texas Tech, the strange one style offense. All right?
Air raid.
Air raid.
He's better.
Mordecai over the middle. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Quit trying to get pressure on the quarterback. You're not getting it. When you do, no one can make the tackle. And then you've got these soft-ass areas of the field where guys have 2-yard cushions.
But the movement by Braylon Allen out of the backfield brought the linebackers with him and opened up the middle of the field.
I love how slowly and gently the chain gang is right now. Oh, I thought we were getting an interception, baby.
Good job against zone coverage. Reading it by Mordecai.
What just happened? Did he just?
I don't even know, bro. It looked like he caught the ball and then they blew it dead.
Thought he caught it, yeah.
Did he? Maybe his knee went down.
Knocking on the door of the red zone. 2nd down and 1. Mordecai, 13 of 19, 118 yards and the touchdown.
Second one, handoff to Allen. Right up the gutski.
You get 3 guys going
6,
right
7
through the
yards.
line, still gain. Like, this is bad, man.
See, I would definitely love that call because
this is the worst Tony White's done all year.
I think Phil Longo saw that, and he said, I think we can win.
Like, just so adamant about getting pressure, but it's not working.
Right.
So you've got all these other soft spots and holes in your defense that they're just manipulating the shit out of.
Mordecai throws deep. Definitely a pass interference and a half. I know.
Had to.
Yeah.
Malcolm Hartzog was the one deep.
JD said they are wilting.
He was grabbing him. It's a slot fade again, so you got a lot of room to throw.
Defense number 13.
Did he have to?
Yeah.
I'm not arguing. I would never argue with a man like
He's
you.
getting grabbed too, though.
And again, an aggressive call by Phil.
So is that going to go halfway to the goal line, or is that going to go to the 1?
It should be half, I think, if it's inside of 15.
For the success they're having, and now with a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
They're on the 1.
He's at the 1.
Jesus.
Well, 17-14.
Well, this is going in.
Allen back in there.
Hand off to Allen. Woo! Too much meat to stop.
Okay, can we now realize that trying to send pressure is not doing anything except hurting you in the passing game?
A beautiful job by the extra tight end.
Bucket Man says, again, losing teams find ways to lose.
Everything inside, and Braylon Allen just has to cut off of one defender. And he makes that cut.
What was that tackle attempt?
And a touchdown for Wisconsin. A nice
Look at this.
Blend of run and pass.
He didn't want to get ran over. Got to clip his legs with his shoulder.
Yeah.
Their first lead of the ball game.
I'll go back in time and take that field goal so it could be 17-17.
Yeah, he couldn't hit a 30-some yard field goal, 40-yard field goal, but he's going to hit that 51-yarder.
Well, it's not like he's going to miss every kick he takes.
No, but if it is logical to assume that if you back him up 20 more yards, he'll start hitting them.
It's not like it's not like it's not like the field goal that he kicked was short. It was shanked. He's not going to shank every kick. I'll teach you about football. Get your notepad out, by the way. I don't see you writing any notes.
I just record all of our conversations so I can go back and hear it.
Okay. That's better. Carolyn says, where is Frank Solich? Oh, man, that name always hurts to hear because technically we probably never should have got rid of him in the first place.
Yeah, do you think?
And then my guy, Bo Pelini. Didn't know how bad it could get. Bruce Davis says, we can't beat bad teams. We make them look like top teams. Well, we were beating bad teams during that win streak, that 3-game win streak, and the other 2 games we won before that, right? We were beating bad teams. You go play Illinois, you beat them. That's something we didn't do last year, the years before. You play Northwestern, you beat them. We weren't doing that. Hell, we lost to Georgia Southern last year. So, there's still steps forward. We're still better than we were. We're going in the right direction. Yeah, Phil Spear, we are the Nebraska Slump Busters. One win, bro. Can we just get one win? Maybe Iowa won't be up to the task because they've already reached what they want to reach. And they don't have as much to play for next week. What do you think? Any logic there?
I don't know. So many ifs, man. Obviously the turnover scenario, but then you've got you're gonna go out there like you're the greatest show on turf and try to throw the ball over the yard. No, you don't have a chance. So you're actually gonna run, sustain some. It's not even about scoring so much as just keep their offense off the field and eat clock up, wear on them.
Right.
Have from a chess mindset, you're trying to set things up for the end of the game. But they're going out here oh shit, we got to hurry up and score. So they dial up all these pass plays that clearly aren't working at this point. Early on, I think they were working because they weren't expecting as much. And then on defense, they're so hell-bent on getting pressure on the quarterback that there's just so many weak spots that they're attacking and executing.
Well, Wisconsin has dominated this series.
Iowa's defense is a lot better than Wisconsin's.
Huskers joined the Big Ten because they've run the football right down their throats. Now, tonight, only 81 yards. This is a different Nebraska run defense, and 81 is a far cry from 300, but those 81 yards have been effective and efficient runs, and enough to keep this Nebraska defense off balance. That last possession was beautiful by the Wisconsin offense.
Wisconsin had a season-low 86
Granson.
rushing yards a week ago. So to get up to 81 just midway through the third.
Come on, Grant.
They had against Northwestern.
Bunch formation.
Purdy's still out there, and a flag.
What do we do?
Ball start.
Wow.
Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty.
It's Teddy.
Big Teddy Prohaska, 6'10",
Getting real sloppy, man.
325.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get away with any kind of a flinch if you're 6'10", right? I mean, their two starting tackles are 6'9" and 6'10". Wisconsin's two starting tackles are 6'8" and 6'9". Or
Satterfield's
6'7",
happy as
6'8".
shit. He's like, all right, dial the
Perfect.
pass
Now I got an excuse to pass.
That's all you need to know.
Grant stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That play didn't work, so we better do pass, punt now.
Yep.
Jordan Turner did a beautiful job of just filling his
Grant didn't get a first down. Let's take him out for the rest of the year.
His gap right here. It's a slant and a stunt by the defensive lineman. He's got that gap, and he beats the tight end to the block. Lindenmeyer, number 44, was
Satterfield sneaks onto the field. Satterfield sneaks into the game wearing a jersey and pads because he wants to pass so bad that he goes out there to play quarterback. What are you doing, Sat? I just love passing.
They've done that after 2 touchdowns.
Purdy drops back under pressure from a corner blitz. Oh.
He's out of bounds, but it was close.
Thank God that interception on the sideline won't count.
Was it an interception or did he catch it out of bounds?
I think he caught it, but he was out.
You don't know shit. Nobody can see that.
I don't know shit.
As to what the final call will be here.
Porkerine came on the blitz off the corner, and that's forced Purdy out of the pocket.
Crowd
Curious
reacting.
to see what this is.
Crowd is reacting to the potential interception that they just saw shown on the big screen here at Camp Randall. They believe that Zachman's in bounds with the football.
Pass. Ineligible field number 6.
Just punt.
That penalty declined.
Just punt the ball.
Well,
Punt on third, bro.
Take a look at this again. I mean, the penalties declined to make it third.
Let's see if he
down.
toe taps.
Well, he pushes him out of the way first, but that's not pass interference.
He got. Oh, he doesn't have the ball
They
yet.
don't have the ball.
I don't know that he has control of the ball.
But then the right foot comes down.
Yeah, he did then. Wow, that is a heck of an effort by Preston Zachman. At first, he was bobbling it when the left foot
I like how he
was
pushes
down,
off first.
But does he have possession when the right foot touches?
That left foot drags out of bounds.
As well when he does bring it in.
Yeah. And again, remember, this was ruled incomplete on the field.
Are they reviewing it or what?
Smith. Reggie, what'd you see?
I bet you they are.
Well, this is going to be a
right there, his left leg's
Yeah,
out.
his left leg's out for show.
Down, but by the time
it's third down.
Third down.
Third
Let's
and
go.
40. Third and 45.
Relax, Zaga. We're good. We still got time here.
Yeah, and the penalty for illegal man downfield declined, so it's still third and very long. So Wisconsin still with a chance to get off the field and maintain this energy that we're feeling right now in Camp Randall Stadium.
First real mistake. And it sets up
Third and 15. Purdy under pressure. Steps up. Hits Fedoni short. Fedoni with the leap. Fedoni trying to stay up. Gets gang tackled.
Once again for this Wisconsin defense.
Good effort.
Last week, after giving up 24 points and almost 300 yards of offense to Northwestern, in the second half, it looked like a completely different defensive football team. They were outstanding. I mean, they didn't give up any more points the rest of the game. Mike Tressel wanted to see that happen early in the game today. It did not. But they are picking up where they left off in the second half.
Maybe this punt could be longer than 19 yards. What do you think?
I mean,
Might as well
Hopefully
just
get a hell of a
yeah.
tailwind.
Break one of these loose
Might get 21-22 out of it.
for Wisconsin.
He got all of that one.
And Anthony will
But, I mean,
no!
that was a shit.
Comparatively, it was all of it.
He just doesn't look like he's getting into it.
Buschini makes the tackle out of bounds.
So that ends up being a net of what? A 13-yard punt?
For the Badgers.
Yep.
It was Walmart Black Friday deals.
Wow.
And I was a woman possessed.
I know people in the comments or in the chat are ready to just wash this game down the drain. I think, you know, if I'm being completely honest, at the risk of being wrong at the end of the game, I agree. I think it feels like it's over. It feels like we've let go of the rope and we're not going to get it back. But, you know, we got to stick around and see what happens. There's plenty of time.
There's plenty of time, and the way the game started was the exact opposite as far as momentum. Everything's going our way. They couldn't connect on passes, dropping balls, all that shit. But it's like you have to do something to force that momentum change. If you're just gonna pass, punt every time, shoot yourself in the foot with penalties, and then be so hell-bent on getting your first sack of the game late in the third quarter that you're going to continue to leave holes all over in the secondary, it ain't happening. No one's even close to breaking on a ball on any of these passes to get you a turnover. You're not close to getting a sack. Every time you are close, guys whiff on tackles.
Yeah.
The defensive game plan has just been garbage from the gate, man.
I'm sitting here searching for silver linings. The only one I can think of is the fact that I called this a loss, and you said it was a dub. You idiot. God, you're dumb. It's embarrassing for you, honestly.
It makes you look bad, really.
I was wrong last week, and you were right, though. I thought we were going to win last week, and you said it was going to be a L.
The Spurs are up by 17 at half, so it means they'll probably lose by 6.
What's going on? XRP liquidity as well. We are losing in the kicking game. I mean, we're losing in every game, but yeah, kicking game for show right on. Our kickers have been impotent. Our kickers need some blue chew.
You laughing at Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Spears says need a turnover. That would probably be the only thing that could turn the momentum around for us.
Of Tanner Mordecai inspires his team. When we talked to Luke Fickell yesterday,
Mordecai looks like an insurance salesman.
I would hire him if he ever wanted to coach in any capacity. I'd hire him in a minute.
Hand off to Allen. Allen, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Turns 5 yards out of nothing.
Yep.
And how about the toughness that this guy's showing, too? We didn't think he was going to play. Luke Fickell told us we're probably going to hold him because he was not good last week. Probably shouldn't have played a week ago. Braylon Allen is giving them quality reps in the ball game tonight.
Front.
2 tight ends in there on
these
second down and
linebackers do.
6.
Hand off again. Woo! Another 3, 4.
Much better.
As he falls forward.
Third down.
We were here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, MT says they look stronger than us. They do.
For sure.
Solid. Defense had a couple turnovers. Braylon Allen was running well. And when
you got a
Braylon
power
Allen
back
got
like
hurt,
that,
he
it's
couldn't play in the
tough,
second half. They just weren't the same football team. And
He ain't even healthy, and he's cooking us right now.
3rd and 3.
Don't bring all these guys. They're not.
They are.
Hands it off for Allen.
Wow. Wow.
That was D-line, man, because all them guys at pressure went right past it.
A really good play by the
They should have thrown that.
I think
There's
that
a lot
was
of hut maker
moving from the inside.
down that line.
They had a slant on, and they just stuffed that right.
That's really good by Helpmaker.
Yeah, 4th and 3. They're going for it. Man, I thought we forced a field goal.
On the hands of Tanner Mordecai. Maybe a little rub route and try to get hauling out.
Get up tighter.
Right here.
Mordecai going to throw. Uh-oh. Heinrich.
Nice
Let's go. A stop. Shut up, Mordecai. Shut up. Let's go. Now the offense got to do something.
Oh, I'm sure they'll dial up their 3 finest. I didn't realize this was
their
also
3 finest
their 3
shotgun
finest
passes, please. Yeah. What's going on, Chris Sherman? What up, Tone? DJ Cruz in the house. You got to come out here and run, right? I mean, I'm not trying to get like too basic, but you got to run. Bro, is she pregnant and that's why they have her in this coat?
We weren't going to tell anybody until we knew the gender.
But you and Zoe are expecting.
Yeah,
that's good for y'all. I'm happy for y'all. And your wife's okay with that?
Man. She encouraged it. It was her idea.
Wow. You got to keep her. Tell you what, you got to keep her.
You got to keep her. Oh.
Curtis says
the way they're pressuring Purdy, man, a screen wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah. Curtis says
getting a lot of pressure off the edges. Go ahead.
So nobody wraps up anymore and whiffs. For God's sakes, you got a straight up shot to at the quarterback and you miss. Not the right way to win. Yeah, still thinking back to that missed sack that we could have had, but
this is a perfect chance for a momentum swing, though. It's kind of what happened to us when we went for it on the 4th down, where you wanted the 75-yard field goal chip shot that you think he would have drilled.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went down and scored after they stopped us. We got our stop. Got to move the Dizam ball.
I'll tell you what we need to do.
All right, let's hear it.
We need to move the Dizam ball.
That's a good idea, man.
Okay.
That kind of football IQ, I think, is why people tune in, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's no other reason.
DJ Cruz says, Gabe, I hate Wisconsin so much ever since I was a kid because they always crush our spirit. Today it ends. God, I'd love that. The funny thing is, the last time that we beat Wisconsin, Gary and I were at that game together, and it was a wild game. We went down early and had a crazy comeback with Taylor Martinez and my boy Rex Burkhead. And
this game's going to eventually come down to who can make more.
what are we doing?
Good job, Prohaska.
Bro, Wisconsin might as well have been in our huddle. They knew that play. They knew exactly what was going to happen.
Well, when your left tackle doesn't touch the guy that's the only one available.
Teddy, what are you
like? Maybe that wasn't his responsibility, but why are you helping double on the edge when you got a guy scot-free outside?
Luke Fickell said about CJ Getz.
You know which way the play's going.
But the good news is we've got second and long.
That's new.
It's consistency, you know? Purdy out to the flat, blown up!
What are we doing, man?
We're doing what Satterfield wants.
They've run this play with success. This time Hallman says, nope, I am not going to get blocked on this play again.
Bullock might as well just help that guy go scot-free.
Behind the line of scrimmage. 2 outstanding defensive plays by the Badgers.
Well, good thing our offense is built for 3rd and 17s.
Oh, dude, this is where we thrive. That's why we put ourselves in this sitch.
Play clock under 5. 3rd and 17.
Purdy needs to be very
Purdy throws. Nice throw, but did it hit the ground?
It looked like it hit the ground, did it not?
Where they mark it. And it will be a yard shot.
Hey, how is it back there?
I think that's a good. No, I think that's right. He was down and then he bounced behind. Watch this. See, he goes down here and then roll. Ooh, maybe.
The shoulder hits.
We're going. There you go, Emmett.
I love it again.
I like the hurry up.
Yes.
Nothing to lose. I mean, we're used to these kind of games.
That's why Satterfield should be coordinator of the year. That's why I've been clamoring.
Yeah, you have been. I've heard it.
You have been.
And the Huskers move the chains.
Matt Rule building this program. He said November games.
That's impressive, man, to go from 2 negative plays to somehow squeezing out a first. Your boy Grant back in, Fedoni in motion, gonna run left.
Grant hesitates.
There we go. These are the
5 yards, 6 yards.
Just keep pounding on the D line.
And it'll be second and
Let
7.
the O line wear on them. Let Grant slam into some dudes. Pause.
Chad Hartshorn, I'll try to answer your question.
What'd he say?
But you just want to pay attention here for a sec before we go into story mode.
Nebraska hopes to run the football. They got the big chunk, 55-yard touchdown from Purdy on their first drive. Relatively quiet since, but they still have 135 yards on the ground.
Nickel defense in now.
Purdy, nice sidearm throw, 2 yards.
Is that so bad?
Yeah.
Second down and long. Nebraska substituted.
Yeah.
They took a lineman out, and they brought an extra DB in, and they had.
He ran that play a ton at South Carolina. Remember when we went back and watched like that video we did about what his offense is bringing?
Yeah.
There's tons of those like in motion, get to about to tie it in and cut back, and then just quick outs.
3rd and 7 feels incredible. I'm happy with a 3rd and 7, considering what we've been facing. 7 seconds. We're probably just going to run this clock out, right? Yeah. All right, going into the 4th quarter, folks. Only down 3.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Now they're going to play jump around and get all fired up.
So Chad was saying, how did we meet? Sounds like we go back a while. So I was so young that I don't really remember the first time me and Gary met, but he tells the story that I walked up to him in diapers and told him I was going to steal on him.
They weren't diapers, but
they
guys
might
were in the house on Whitmore. I'd been over there a couple times with Chris. So to answer his question,
Gary's my older brother. Gary's what are you? How old are you?
41.
41, so you're 5 years older than me.
Exactly 1 year younger than
Yeah.
Chris.
I was always the tag along little brother to Gary and my brother Chris. And so yeah, I mean, how old were you two when you met?
We met in grade school, but we didn't start hanging out until high school. We ended up in the same homeroom and I had a couple classes, so we started hanging out then.
So you were probably 15, 14, 15?
I'd say 13, 14.
13, and so that would have made me 7?
Yeah, you were young. You were 6 or 7. If I remember right.
Yeah. So Gary used to coach me as he was my basketball coach when I was in like 8th grade.
Won a championship. No big deal.
That was nice. That was fun. Yeah, Chad. We both grew up in North Omaha. He was on Newport Street. I was on Whitmore. And yeah, I remember, one of my first real memories, period, of like maybe 10 that I can remember from when I was a little kid. The moment
he said there were only 15 people in Nebraska at the time.
One of my first memories and like realizations that Nebraska football was important was I was a little kid and I'm sleeping in a bunk bed, top bunk, It's nighttime, bro. It's dark. I was asleep. My brother busts in the door. Chris busts in the room. We won! We won the Orange Bowl! Or maybe it was a Fiesta Bowl. We won the Fiesta. And I'm like, what's this? Like, what happened? Who? Football? What's that? And from that moment on, I've been diehard for the Huskers, you know? Man, those were the days. And then I was like a freshman in high school when we played Miami, when we went to the national championship for the last time. What was that, 2001?
2001. It was the 2000 season, I think.
Oh,
2001 was the year. That was the
man.
year after I graduated.
We did not know what was about to happen. Wisconsin's crowd's going buck wild right now, people.
It's because they always play House of Pain between 3rd and 4th. Like we do Thunderstruck.
Ground moving, pulse altering, elite level crowd work.
Made things chilly this morning, man, but I always like it to sit for like a day.
Nebraska trying to keep the drive alive to start the 4th.
3rd and 7. Smack dab at the 50.
Purdy drops back.
Drops back, plays that. Hit him.
I was thinking the same
All
thing.
star. 3rd and 7 is too easy.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Prohaska again.
Well, again,
He's been
once
jumping
again,
early.
Going from 3rd and 7 to much
Not like that, though.
longer yardage.
That is the 6th.
Man, this is not his game, man. He was looking decent the last
Nebraska.
couple weeks, too.
First play right after jump around. The crowd still kind of energized. Crowd probably had something to do with that penalty.
So now where do you go in your playbook? It's 3rd and 12. Todd, you've mentioned it. Purdy is connected on a couple of.
Well, this is 4th down territory, isn't it?
Yeah, seam route.
No,
I don't
probably
know. I
not.
mean, your punter's like he can kick it as hard as he can, and you should be right in the 10 from here.
That's true.
Purdy flushed out of the pocket.
Throw it, dude.
Purdy
Don't.
just going to keep it himself and go nowhere. Shoved towards the sideline after picking up 4. It's going to be 4th and 11. And Rodas Johnson with a big
Thank God for the quarter change so the defense can rest a little bit. Yeah, you have to. Absolutely.
And he chases the play.
At midfield,
You're getting nothing out of your offense, dude. Not even a little bit.
That's what they said about him. He's fast and he's got length. And that's the second
Here
time
comes the
we've seen him
punt.
run Purdy out of
We're on
bounds.
our 49, so this punt should go to their 49.
So they should get it about the 41.
Let that Nebraska defense flex its muscles a little bit. Anthony had a stellar return on the
Kick
last
the
opportunity.
ball.
Look how he doesn't extend his leg,
Fair
man.
catch called, and
It's like he thinks he has so
15
much
yard
power, he's got to dial it down.
Well, time now for a look from above. Brought to
I'll
you
take
by
it. It was a
Walmart
shit
Plus.
punt
Tanner
again, but I will
Mordecai,
take
his
it.
second game back after
DJ Cruz said Frost is hiding somewhere in the stands calling plays.
Good decisions on design runs. Touchdown pass.
We need a turnover, bro. This is where we just need the defense to finally make a serious play and carry us a little bit. I don't think that's too much to ask.
I'd settle for no missed tackles. Just
eligibility on the line
drive.
as we start the 4th.
Let's start with
Hear
that.
ye, hear ye.
Has been dialed in tonight. Only 118 yards, but very few mistakes. Falling in motion.
Handoff, nope. Keeper for 3, 2.
They contain.
So this coffee is punching a hole in my bladder. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Call it for me.
Their first year under new defensive coordinator Tony White, they have been outstanding. Last year they gave up over 414 yards per game. This year 307
2nd and
yards
8.
per game. Only 79 yards a game rushing. They're one of the best teams in the Big Ten on the
Pull
defensive
wide,
side.
get motion, move to the backfield. Out of shotgun, back to pass.
Over the middle, low throw,
Right up the
incomplete.
middle. Oh, it came
That may
out.
have been jarred loose as Noah
That was an
Kowski
easy
has
first
to go
down.
That may have been jarred loose by a foot. I got to see this again.
I think the ground jarred it
Looked like
loose.
another
It was a
gift from
low
Wisconsin,
throw,
not completing
probably
the
still
pass
a
that was
catchable
right there.
pass.
Oh, yeah, he just drops it.
Yeah, it just went off his knee and hit the ground.
3rd and 8. Obvious pass situation. Please don't send 7 guys and leave the middle of the field wide open again. Please drop these guys back.
Leads us to 3rd and 8.
Oh, or blitz them all and just give them a cushion. For For fuck's sake, dude. Like, how many times does this have to happen before they realize, oh, every time we blitz, they're just attacking the middle of the field because we leave 6-yard fucking cushions on every receiver. Tony White's calling a worse game than Satterfield is.
So Pauling keeps the
That's a hot take.
It's 100% accurate. Go back.
I didn't say it's a bad take. I just said it's hot.
And look at what they're doing and how there's been zero adjustments for it. It's like, nope, just send more. We'll get to him. You've gotten to him like 4 times. You have 1 sack.
2-yard carry here for Allen, maybe 3.
Braylon Allen now the leading rusher, only 32
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. What are we watching?
His presence on the field is meaning a lot to his football team, not just the offense, but the whole team. The toughness he's showing and trying to gut it out there.
Braylon Allen looks like he lifts weights while the defense is on the field.
Seriously.
3 games in a row here at home, which they have not.
I think I'm falling in love.
Allen always thought he'd be a wrestler.
I love a good meatball.
Yeah, you do.
Explosion against Nebraska.
Oh, what a nice hit there. Like that, Tommy Hill. 3rd down, bow up, get the stop you should have gotten. They're not too far down the field.
To be the next great running back at Wisconsin, and he has delivered on that promise. Yep.
Bruce, I disagree, man. The 3-3-5, the way they're running it, I agree with you 100%. Like in a traditional sense, but they could be stacking 5-6 guys at the line and bluffing and then dropping back underneath, baiting them into these because they're obviously just looking for the soft spots in the flats earlier. Now it's just everything in the middle of the field, but you could stack up the line, drop these linebackers back, bait them into.
Uh-oh, come on, get him!
Ready for plays like this.
Damn!
But nope. Man, this is god-awful.
Pretty good pressure by Nebraska, and Mordecai had to
5-man front, you drop 1 guy back, and he doesn't pick up anybody.
At least they're not across half field yet.
I think that was a quarterback draw because Braylon Allen was leading.
Seriously, Galactus, making this guy look like Mike Vick.
Allen! Cannot get off blocks.
Oh, man. Time out. Time out.
It don't matter.
Time out,
He refuses to adjust.
Well, watch Henrich here. He's unblocked.
He refuses to adjust the defense for what they're doing. It's over. You should be bringing safeties down to help out in the middle of the field, to stop the quarterback from running, to help out on these when guys are missing tackles and getting held and blocked in the back. He just wants everybody rushing the quarterback and then either some stupid zone where you can't cover the guys or there's too big of a cushion, or man that's so soft that everything underneath is available.
Second half for Wisconsin.
This is embarrassing, man.
First down in Nebraska territory. Right back to Allen. Couple of jump cuts inside the 40.
Hold him to a field goal and we're Gucci.
And now finally will concede and go to the sideline.
Well, again, credit this Wisconsin offensive line, opening some holes to run, protecting their quarterback. It's the same starting 5 they've had for all 11 games. It's a veteran
4-man
unit.
front. See
Playing
what
very
Sherman
well
does off the
tonight
edge.
against this aggressive defensive
Oh,
front.
now they bring him up. Drop him back. God damn.
Handoff on 2nd and 7. Akers
Look at that. You put 7 guys up on the line and they still gouge you with the run game. Why? The most success they have stopping the run game is when the linebackers stay back and then when the alleys or the whatever gap they're going to go establish, they shoot those gaps. But when they have them all pressuring right off the snap, whoop, they get funneled one way and then you've got these glaring holes they just gouge you through.
Joe Huber, the left guard. Tanner Bortolini, the center.
God, man.
3rd and 1, 2 tight ends in there. Feels like 4-down territory again for the Badgers. Aker.
Oh, what a hit!
Rejected.
Oh, my God.
It was a good hit.
What a tackle.
Who laid that down? Phelan Sanford, and he's hurt after it.
But he came in with some.
Somebody's got to be hurt after a hit like that.
If he doesn't hit him high, they don't stop him short. Watch Sanford right here. He's going to fill
Upmaker or
hole,
Robinson gets
and if
like
he goes
legit
low,
tackled. It looks like,
Akers
oh no,
probably
he's
gonna
got blocked
fall
out.
Woo! What a hit!
play.
Yeah.
And then waits for help.
Way to sacrifice.
Sanford
his
went
body.
down early after that.
In the hole.
He was down back there. Didn't his knees hit right when they hit?
I didn't think his knee hit.
He instantly grabbed his head.
For Aker.
Sanford is a transfer.
Poor guy.
From Hastings College. Who's a track and field star, a high jumper.
Sanford came on good the end of the season
If I'm
here.
not mistaken, I think Tom Osborne went to
He
Hastings
ain't coming
College.
back.
Sounds right to me.
Nah.
He instantly grabbed his head.
After a
He just got back from another dimension where he was a Quaker for 14
Remember
years.
Tanner Mordecai with the hand injury, they're unable to go under center.
He's like, why am I in these strange padded...
Game comes when you're under the center and you can really sell the run fake. But because of the hand injury, he has to be in the shotgun, and that
Important too. Just drop back and dump it right over the middle. You're gonna have a 6-yard cushion.
Coaching staff and players alike, when we ask the Wisconsin side what they expect from Nebraska, tough-minded, hard, physical. Here it is on 4th and 2.
Hand off. Oh my God, let's stop this big son of a bitch!
Good D.
Oh!
Where's this been?
Suck on that, Wisconsin! You don't want to take the field goal? Well, the analytics say, suck my analytics.
This is a family show, Gabe.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. All we need is a little bit of Purdy magic. You know what we should do? Throw Jeff Sims in there. See if he can't spark something.
Who?
Jeff Sims.
Dude, I will get a plane ticket to Austin.
And you'll
Slap
do
you in the T.
You'll do the Bugs Bunny where you take off 2 white gloves very slowly and then slap him across the face with it, turn around and get back on the plane. They're like, sir, you can't get back on the same plane. This plane's going to Vegas. This plane isn't going back to Nebraska. You're like, look, I did this for dramatic effect. I'll go to Vegas. Somebody was saying, Gabe, why are you getting excited? Zaga, the game is over, bro. It's not over. We made that mistake a couple of times this year thinking it was over. You know, I mean, it could end up being over soon, but, you know, it's not over yet. We got 9 minutes left in this game. Did anybody think that Purdy was going to break that first run that he did? No. Did anybody think that they were going to throw it to Lloyd and get out for a touchdown? No. Like, there's plenty of times for something like that to happen. Oh, Phil, I was definitely joking, too. Like, hey, ain't no way, dude. Like, they shouldn't have even brought Sims to Wisconsin.
Jesus.
What? I'm just saying. I'm ready to see Longval before I see not Purdy, but Sims. You know? Living in Omaha said, it's about time for a trick play on first down for -5 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if they get something positive, there'll be a penalty that'll back them up. Just over again.
Captain Obvious says, really thought the offense was going to generate points most of the game after the first 2 drives. Dude, I did not.
It looked like it.
No. Well, yeah, it looked like it, but you know this offense better than that.
Well, that's what I told you. I was like,
it was an aberration.
Expect the defense to bounce back before I expect this to keep going, but that stopped, and the offense didn't. Or I'm sorry, the defense never really bounced back. I mean, that was a good stand there at the end.
Yeah.
We've stopped them on a couple 4th downs. We just can't. We can't stop them early in drives. And the way their offense looked throughout the season and the way our defense looked, I was like, man, we should be able to get them in a lot. I think I was talking about it in the preview video. Like, we should be able to give him a lot of 3 and outs.
Purdy. Hand off. Get a few yards from Grant. Good job.
Like that, man. Just keep with that. I understand you can't always have the same success rate, but stick with that type of run play.
MT says, Rule, we're a fourth quarter team.
We are, line up and do it again.
Another close game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and really,
Satterfield's dialing up a
them as much as anything in some of those
5 receiver
he wants a Hail Mary.
13 turnovers in the fourth quarter through the first 10 games.
3rd and 5.
Brought in all the
Can he figure something out? Is that a real nun?
Smith.
Why they're right where they want to be.
That's awesome.
In this game.
3rd and 5.
I think there's a lot of churches where the
Purdy
nuns wear red robes with Wisconsin
drops
W's
back.
on it.
Well, I know. I'm thinking it's. Oh
Get
boy.
it?
I'm thinking it's a.
Way short.
I'm thinking it's a real nun, but she's a Wisconsin fan.
Based on what? What gave you the idea by looking at her that she's a real nun?
Well,
Wouldn't
like,
a real nun have a real hobbit to wear?
I'm not Catholic. I don't know. The point is, it's not Halloween, so why would she be wearing a nun costume?
So it will be a punt. Nebraska going to try to rely on that.
We're punting it.
Led them all season.
All right.
Punt for Buschini.
Well,
Hey, Buschini, do you mind kicking it more than 20 yards? Is that possible?
Ignite once again.
That's running into.
Do you think
we'll
it
take
is?
that 5-yard penalty now.
Catch made at the 25 by Vinny Anthony.
I almost feel like he got his own guy pushed back into him. Well, that was a quick 3 and out. I can't wait to see what these
getting too rested.
Galactus says, I saw a real nun on the hub once. Okay, and here's the other reason. She looked of age and had a very nun-like face. Are we just going to act like she didn't look like a legit nun inside of the red one? Are you not allowed to wear red nun gear?
Give me your top 3 nun traits that you see when you look at someone.
Okay. White. I'm just going to be honest. Okay.
So that narrows it down to every female other than maybe 2% in that stands, but go ahead.
I know they're not all old, but she was older. So, like, why is an old lady going to be wearing a Halloween costume in, almost Thanksgiving time? See, so Galactus has my back, dude. Galactus, I'm going to go ahead and kick Gary from the channel. Me and Galactus will take over from here on out.
Thank you, God.
He says,
Galactus, where were you about 2 months ago?
Says, the nun I saw looked real too until she didn't. Damn it, Galactus. Well, what did she do that made that all of a sudden didn't? Aeon said it was a guy, so probably not a real nun. Was it not? I need to see that fake nun again.
Do you look at the Nebraska student section when they're wearing their overalls and think they're all just...
Hey, we got farmers out there! Maybe. Bruce thinks it's a true nun. Zaga says, what is Gary doing that he's got his camera off? I keep
flipping
forgetting.
over so I can read the comments better because I'm old and I can't read off my phone very well without my glasses that have a glare. And then I forget to turn it back
doesn't
on.
want to show you people him putting his old man glasses on. There's nothing to be ashamed about for glasses.
No, I'm not ashamed of them. Look at this glare. See the glare?
I don't think anyone's concerned about glare. But you.
You always are. But when I switch my screen over so that I can see it on the computer.
Have you considered contacts?
No, I don't. I only need it when I'm reading small stuff.
That's what old people say.
That's why I said it.
So far tonight, 14 of 20, 160 yards in the air with a touchdown at the 55-yard touchdown run. 2 total.
Come on, defense.
Nebraska close, but when we talked to Hunter Waller, the Wisconsin safety yesterday, he said,
leave the linebackers there, please.
We've seen
I greatly
certainly in the
appreciate
second
that.
half. in a slugfest. And that's going to continue.
Thank you.
Hello.
I appreciate that too.
Job, Robinson. Now, do we get all of those yards that we took him back, or is it just stopped with progress?
At 300 plus. Watch him just get inside and right into the backfield.
Untouched.
Just too quick.
Yeah, I would guess about the 19.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, a negative yardage play to start this drive. Hutmaker and Robinson are a dynamic duo.
Queen Sue just joined. Says Nebraska losing again. Why? Are you the nun in the stadium?
Go back, Henry.
15. Mordecai, 15 completions, only 134 yards. He's going to tuck it and run. Mordecai.
Can somebody make
that's
his
the whole point of
kidney
leaving those
explode?
Linebackers, not trying to rush those linebackers.
12 yards on the ground.
React so late, man.
Miles says pick 6 here would be real nice. How about a scoop and score off of a fumble? How about seriously, a punt. But we need help. Our offense needs help being on this side of the field, so we kind of do need more than just a 3 and out.
Allen battling through pain with that sprained ankle still in.
Mordecai drops back, throws over the middle, big gainer
Again,
up to the
they
49.
rush 7 guys and leave the middle of the field open.
We got a turned ankle for Pauly.
I don't know why you don't double Will Pauling on 3rd down and make Tanner Mordecai look somewhere else to throw the football, because in one-on-one situations, he's going to win.
This is about to be a wrap.
This is his specialty. 3rd down.
We have time. We probably have 2 more opportunities.
No, if we
his ankle turned bad.
We would have time. But if you're going to keep letting him do this shit, I don't care how much time there is.
He just gets rolled up on towards the end of that play. Omar Brown had to come in from behind and make the tackle. We'll step aside in Madison.
You finally get a little help out of your offense, at least to start the game, and then the defense goes to shit. This offense is not good, man.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, score-wise, you're doing all right, but these drives, they keep kind of sustaining, and then now that your offense is so cold, you're not only going 3 and out, you're losing yards and going 3 and out. Your punter can barely muster up 30 net yards with the wind at his back.
It's so sad. I'm laughing because it's sad.
Man, dude.
Sucks, dude. Like, some of these wins...
You told me Nebraska was going to jump out to 14-0 in the first quarter, and it was not because their defense was getting pick sixes or scooping scores like the offense was going to do that. I'm like, dude, we're rolling this team.
It felt like we were rolling them when we were up 14-0.
I mean, just look at the numbers-wise. No turnovers. The penalties have been up from what they normally are. Your offense scored 14 unanswered to start the game. You should be running away with this game. Yet it has a real strong, it's over type feeling.
Right.
Because you're kind of barely getting off the field on a lot of these 3rd and 4th downs. Can't even muster up a first down on offense anymore.
Petey said, and you can't win 4 games in the weakest division in Power 5 football. At least we started winning some games against teams that we're supposed to beat. That's a good first step, man. Bill Spears says, felt good, too good to be true. Yeah, it definitely did. That 14-point lead to me felt like way too good to be true. But Wisconsin isn't that good on offense this year, so I thought, hey, maybe we do hold them.
Wisconsin was caught off guard early with 1, Chubba's running ability, and 2, the pass. Like, you could tell they were just ready to stack the box and worry about Grant and Johnson. Got him with the pass plays, got him with Harburg running, and then once they adjusted, it's been the same old offense. But I'm just the most disappointed I've been in the defense and Tony White. More so Tony White, like just the
10 for about 30 seconds.
The stubbornness to stop trying to get to the quarterback. You're not getting him.
Which would be good news, guys,
and even when you do
Wisconsin.
get
He's
there,
had 8
nobody's
catches,
wrapping up
clearly
and
a
finishing
top
tackles,
target
but you
for
keep
Tanner
leaving all
Mordecai.
this
And KT,
this
they're
little
really
shit
well
open, or
priced
these
at
holes
three.
where him or
As a
Allen
transfer
or
from
whatever
Oklahoma
running
State,
back
he's
can
been a
run
go-to
through.
target, and Chimere
At least our
State,
defense got a
senior
break
back,
here now, got a
been
rest
limited by
during that
injury on
injury.
a pitch count. He's out there right
They
now
needed
on
it
first
with
down
our
and 10.
3 and outs.
We'll see what it looks like.
Shotgun.
Being with Pauling on the
Hand
side.
off to Hurd.
Allen.
Sorry, Hurd. Jesus.
Lead his blockers across the 50.
Well, and as KT mentioned, he has
Remember?
8 catches, but he's been targeted
Braylon
11
Hurd.
times. That's Will Pauling. The next
I don't know why. Maybe just the
closest
zero had
he's
me
only been
thinking about
targeted
him.
3 times. So they
Green,
can ill afford
what's
to
his
lose
name?
him, particularly in
That
third
dude,
down
all 3 at the same
situations.
time.
But right now, also with good field position, Nebraska is or Wisconsin is thinking, let's eat clock too. Let's use the clock to our advantage. Phil Longo said, when we have the ball on offense, we want to do 1 of 2 things on every possession.
2nd and 7, shotgun, 4:30 on the game. Hand off to
where his
Allen
defense is
again, and he just falls
3rd and
forward
2.
for 6.
3rd and 3.
Once again, must stop them.
And he's carried it 18 times, 56 hard-earned yards against this outstanding Nebraska run defense.
I'm not sure there's anything that embodies Wisconsin football more than that.
No.
Now we'll see how Phil Longo, offensive coordinator, decides to handle this. Wisconsin is 4 of 7 on 3rd down in this second half, and a big reason why they've kept the lead. Nebraska has yet to convert on a 3rd down. In the third
Shotgun.
play clock down to 3.
Running out
man
of chances here. They're going to
Drop
throw.
back.
We
Good
get some
D.
pressure.
That's good.
Okay, let's
I
go.
like that defense, man. I like
Me
when you drop him
too.
back and sit in that soft area. He had nowhere to. He thought he was going to have it.
Yeah, but I taught you
He
all
thinks
that.
he's got the middle of the field, and then watch him drop back. Gone. Guys underneath of the routes instead of
Right where he wanted to go with
top.
it too. Where it's been available all game.
Was the guy applying the pressure. And
Good
here you go. You got a situation
defensive
to punt
play
the ball
calling
down
right
deep.
there.
Nebraska has nobody back.
Dude, I'd be watching for a
Quarter and
fake.
half ago.
I'd be watching for a fake, bro. They only need 3 yards.
At the line of scrimmage.
I think they're going to go for a block, so
So will be Billy
better
Kemp
have somebody
back
on the edges.
as Bertram tries to pin him. Oh, wow. That was a good rush by this Nebraska special team.
Get in the end zone. Get in the end zone.
Let's
Good
go.
job.
Into the end zone.
Thank you for not catching
First
at the
touchback.
2 and waving a
Seriously.
I got to go piss, man. I'll be right
7
back.
seconds
All right.
after a 45-yard boot, and Nebraska down by 3 with a chance to drive it
Tone
down.
says, go Skurs. Come on, bring home the W. I still have hope. Hope isn't anything to be embarrassed about, right? Now, if I had expectations of the Huskers doing it, that'd be embarrassing. But I still have hope. I still have, dreams. Aeon said, now we have to pass. That's not necessarily true. I think we have enough time. We could still run the ball. We could definitely still run the ball. And you got to imagine this point in the game is when teams normally go to that prevent style offense, so they might be playing us soft. Phil Spears said option pass time. I think most teams know at this point, after watching our tape, after we got away with 2 of those option passes, if you see Coleman or Lloyd or Doss out there during an option formation, I think they know. Because that's not who you would normally want to block with out there. Zaga said another 3-point loss. What makes him different than Frost? Zaga, you are becoming, and you won't know what this means, but you are becoming this channel's Iverson. Okay? I'll let Gary explain that when he gets back. Aeon says, I think Purdy's playbook is probably somewhat limited since he's been the number 3 most of the year. It's probably not the exact same playbook, right? But I think you can do more things. I think you can trust him to pass more than you can trust Jeff Sims or even Heinrich Harburg.
Why do I come back to hear you talking about Jeff Sims?
I'm just pining for
You
him to
can't
play.
let it go, can you?
So Zaga said, another 3-point loss. What makes him different than Frost? To which I said, you're quickly becoming this channel's Iverson. Now, could you explain that to him?
Why did he not put his arms out?
To block that? I don't know.
Yeah. Was he afraid of hitting his leg, maybe?
Chubba Purdy and this Husker offense.
Here we go.
2 touchdowns on their first 2 drives, 7 drives since, 5 punts, 1 turnover on downs, 1 missed field goal.
I'm trying not to look at the chat here because I do not want it spoiled.
I don't care.
Purdy.
For me.
Purdy to the air.
Oh, baby. A little bit of a...
Target Jalen Lloyd.
Wow, late flag.
Late flag, baby, late flag! Let's go! I thought I saw something there. I thought I saw a pull, a hold, a something, a tug, a yank.
Just to go back to that comment you were talking about.
10-yard penalty.
Comparing Rule not all the way through one season after... Oh, yeah, he helped him for sure. After Frost had years to bring his guys in, do his thing, as bad as the program was left.
I love Rule. I don't love everything about Rule, but I love Rule.
And we didn't want Rule in this team.
Yeah.
He was talked about.
Purdy? Oh!
Oh, man, that's scary.
Throwing it to a guy that's double covered is wild right now.
Another corner blitz from the short side of the field, and Purdy has to be alert for that. That ball was out quickly, so it wasn't a factor.
Just go punch this in and end it with inside of it.
Gonna run
There we
it.
go.
A
There we
nice
go,
run. Hold on to it, baby boy. Hold on to it, baby boy.
Keep going. Push him,
They're trying to rip it out of his arms. Oh, my God. Atta boy, Emmett. Let's go.
Good or bad, what are we learning?
Man, I feel like an idiot for not thinking about running it sooner. That worked really well.
No, we need to pass.
Yeah.
Says Satterfield.
Let's stop settling for these short 20-yard runs and let's get back to throwing to double-covered receivers.
Here he is again. 1 week later, 2.5 minutes left. Down 3.
Back to Johnson.
That
this
was
time. He's driven back.
Silly Willie.
Dead from the start.
Big-time pressure. Gio Paez among the first ones there. Matt Rule said he is treating these games, these last 2, as if they're trying to get into the college football playoff, as if they're Washington right now. This is a big moment to try to put an end to a streak of bowlless seasons.
Come on, boys. Just do something magical. I'll take that magical play now, Purdy.
I'll take a screen for the love of God now.
Maybe not this play.
Yeah, I don't think they're bringing pressure. They only bring 4. Purdy steps up. Purdy gonna grab a little chunk for us. Oh, he gets the first! He toe drags! Woo! I asked for a magical play, and I feel like I just got half of one.
Because Turner is in good position, and he's watching the quarterback. And he takes a pretty
Now that's the type of quarterback run you like.
Yeah.
Getting around Turner.
Big fan.
And not only converting the play, but adding.
Great job getting another like 8 yards, bro.
Hard to imagine that Purdy wasn't available for the majority of the year with a groin injury. He's run it so well to the tune of 99 yards in the touchdown.
Damn.
And
he got 99 yards rushing right now, dude.
So he's probably got like 140.
They didn't like how they were
Yeah.
set up. And
Some of them big losses on sacks and shit. I mean, not that much, but it's stupid how college does that with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, Nebraska does have the
Might
3
give its
timeouts.
obvious run play,
However,
but
it's a true freshman kicker. We've already seen miss one from 42
scrambles
yards.
and runs
so
out of bounds
you're in that field goal
3-4
range
yards
already
down
here in
the
a
line,
3-point
but
game. You mentioned it last
getting
week.
sacks
They were
shouldn't take
very
away
much
from
in
your
prime
rushing
field goal
yard.
range to take a lead. Purdy throws the interception on 3rd down and goal. But how much does that impact your play calling?
Yeah, you just
knowing that
kicked
you
the
do have
piss
a true
out of that
freshman
net.
kicker on the road?
Well, it impacts
I need
it,
you
but
sailing
at the same
one
time, you got to be
12
smart,
yards right again.
I mean, you got to play your percentages. If you get it close enough,
12 yards is
crush
being
your kicker
kind.
and see if you can win the game in overtime. I think if you're Wisconsin right here, you have to be alert for the running of Brock Purdy, not just the throwing.
Purdy
but him
and
as a
shotgin.
runner in
I'll take a run, not up the middle now.
Johnson up the gut. Johnson
Well,
spun down.
it's kind of up the gut, like off. It wasn't off tackle, right?
No.
For Johnson.
Is blocking at the point of attack, and Emmett Johnson running.
Second and 3. Minute 18 to go.
Don't settle for a field goal now. Like, yeah, we'll take a field goal, but just kind of keep this movement and try to punch it in and end it. Why do I feel like Satterfield's dialing up a pass play here?
Oh, because you know he is, bro. What are you talking about? Well, we got Bonner in there. We got a fullback.
Is a field goal that puts this game into overtime.
Option left, maybe.
They've been on line. Do something outside.
Pitch left. Okay, timeout. Timeout rule.
James Thompson.
I think they're just playing for the first down. Why aren't we calling a timeout?
They're like content with the field goal
attempt. To let the clock drain.
I would still want to get the ball a little bit closer.
You're going to kick it on third down?
For my field goal kicker.
Bro, my hands are starting to
pay
sweat.
Attention to this clock a little bit, guys. What are we doing? What if you get a first down?
Now they're going to call a timeout, but they also may run one more play to decide if they want the ball right in the middle of the field or if they want to keep it on this left hash.
This is like the third game in a row, not just of the season. Like third game in a row where the clock management has me just super confused.
What's your school of thought? Again, going back to last week,
it's 3rd and 2. Like it's very feasible you get a first down. Don't you want
I'm sure Rule knows what he wants to do. I just don't know what he wants to do.
It's like he's completely conceded the fact of winning the game, and it's like, no, we're going to try to. This game's going to overtime.
That one he just had to throw away and kick the field.
You're at 3rd and 2, man. Like, try to get the first down and have some clock with a couple timeouts to punch it in and end it. Why go to overtime if you don't have to?
I know what I did last week to take away our opportunity to win. What do I do in this situation now to give us the best chance?
Such a pivotal moment for Purdy. I'll take the other half of that miracle play now, Purdy.
I mean, I think he's just going to hand it off here. I think they're pretty much going to try to get in the middle of the field, right?
Never underestimate Satterfield's ability to throw the ball. Purdy with the moves. All right.
First down across the 15. They'll mark him down on the 13, and the timeout is taken with 13 seconds.
So we're going to go for
he's wanting a timeout, so he's going to take a
shot. Yeah, what if we had 40 seconds left?
If you're Marcus Satterfield, the offensive coordinator, how much do you trust your new starting quarterback?
Living in Omaha says, so help me God if we pass.
You've got time to take 2 shots.
I just don't understand why you made your mind up, obviously, 4 or 5 plays ago.
If not, now you try.
It's almost like they think a field goal is going to win it for them. They think they're down 2.
Well, maybe if we had taken that first field goal earlier and hit it, we'd be tied right
now. Why would he hit a field goal from
more chances? More chances equals one of them would have went in.
You're like our offense.
I'm like a dog with a bone. Okay?
Your takes are getting worse the longer
No.
this goes.
He probably missed that second one or that first one that he took because he didn't get a warm-up shot earlier. He probably would have been more in tune.
He didn't get a warm-up shot. My bad.
Shut up. Snap. Drop back. Purdy, look. Oh, my God. He throws it deeply out of bounds. I like that. You do it again?
Enough time to take that second shot.
I don't think you do.
He said, get in there. Get in there. Nice decision, Rule. I'm going to turn my phone down so I don't get spoilies. How about you do the same?
No,
or I could fuck you up.
Oh, I don't want that. That's the last thing I want.
So be a good boy.
I will.
Bro, his heart has to be beating out of his chest right now. I know mine is. Come on, Alvano. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Let's go!
God. You see that thing start to bend right and then bounce back left?
Uh-huh. Woo! I would have loved that to have been the game winner, but Gary doesn't see it that way, folks.
Trevano shows some ice water in the veins here.
Did he just call him Trevano? Dude. It started hooking right for a full second there. What the hell?
I saw it real time because I'm better than you.
That's true. Maybe you're just better.
And in all likelihood sends us to overtime. There's Chubba Purdy understanding the moment, understanding what it means on that side.
That's a meme right there, bro.
In the midst of some tough times.
That is a meme.
Including 3 straight losses at home as well, which is very rare at Camp Randall. But 4 seconds left, and we'll see what both these teams are made of. 5-5 on the season.
Shut up, Gary.
Beautiful.
He said more, but
experience for the quarterbacks.
I agree with Cornhusker 49 1,000%.
Scooped up.
2 seconds. Good tackle there. Let's go.
Grass.
Sends us to overtime.
The snodberries taste like snodberries. We got overtime, folks. Gary still needs to shut up. We're working on that.
Football. I'm practicing shutting up.
I'm going to go back and try to get a video of that Fickle meme.
If your boy Alvano, who you're so confident would have hit a 74-yard field goal, would have hit the 33-yard field goal, whatever the hell it was, we'd be talking about what bowl game we're going to go to. But since you're a dum-dum, how confident are you we seal this up?
How confident am I? That's a funny joke. I'm not confident at all. I'm just happy we're where we're at. It does feel like we got the momentum back on our side, though. That's nice.
4 seconds left, and we'll see what both these teams are made of.
I feel like the last drive and a half, the defense has been a little bit better. A little bit, like play calling wise, at least scheme wise,
yeah,
been better. Oh, they're gonna lose. He ain't even know which way he wanted to go.
Scooped up.
Discombobulated.
What kind of magic do they have?
Oh, my bad. I restarted it. There we go.
Restarted what?
You've kept me here for.
Well, I was taking a video of Fickle making that face during the field goal.
Ruben said my voice is as deep as the Pacific Ocean.
It is deep.
I don't know. Right? I think it sounds real groggy and shitty.
They call him Darth Vader on my son's channel.
Phil Spears said, "Wonder what Rule's overtime record is." OT scares me. I'll take it, but the L is going to be worse now. I don't disagree with that.
Oh, because it feels like we.
I just think if we lose now, you really, really question the clock management and the basically making your mind up at the beginning of that drive. All you want is a field goal. The way they were moving the ball, they had a real chance of managing the clock better, utilizing their timeouts better, and having a real chance of punching it in.
Here we go.
Certainly, each team gets a possession from the opponent's 25-yard line. Team scoring more points on their possession wins. If you keep scoring, though, beginning with that second extra period, you have to attempt a 2-point conversion after the touchdown. Beginning with the third extra period, each team will get just the one play. It's a 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line, and we continue.
I can't hear this. What happened with the coin toss? Oh, never mind.
2014, a
37-34
win.
Bro, we need to get a turnover. I would die laughing.
Lost in double overtime at Michigan State.
Yeah, this is where like a scoop score and pick six would just
First
be
down is so
good,
important.
golden.
Get 2 first downs without scoring.
Hopefully they don't score at all here, so that we're perfectly fine with a field goal before we even start the drive mantra that they obviously have will be in play.
Mordecai handoff to Allen. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Reimer right there.
Oh, he got held too.
Well, this is Hutmaker. He's going here, but watch the play
living in
right
Omaha
here
with the dono.
What? Read that, will you?
$5 says thanks for doing the stream, guys.
Thank you, man.
Watching, man.
Appreciate that
We
dono,
both,
dude.
before we did this, agreed that we wouldn't get anyone watching. We're both shocked that it's where we at now.
Yeah.
30.
Hand off to Allen. 1 yard. Did they rip the ball out? Oh, man.
What do you think of that play call? Staying on the ground.
No.
Second and long.
Well,
They were trying.
For sure. I mean, but again, they're missing their go-to guy on the outside. I mean, so you're taking a chance that you can maybe pop one with Braylon Allen, but now you got Will Pauling back in the game. Don't know if he's 100 or not, but he's the go-to guy. He's been targeted 11 times in the ball game with 8 catches. Interesting to see how Nebraska defends him. It looks
Here we go.
3rd and 8, another passing.
In the slot.
Let's not send the house. Let's actually
All the time in the
cover
world.
the field.
First down! Unreal,
So far ahead of me. I
bro.
don't know how you got so far ahead of me.
Oh, because I clicked live. My bad.
Don't worry about it.
Next
I don't
snap.
care. No, it's good.
You want me to share it in Discord? Then you can watch my stream.
It don't matter.
Be a little quicker. Meet me in Suns Valley. Live stream VC.
Patient in the pocket, found his receiver, and keeps this drive alive in overtime.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage here. All right, a short pass. No gain.
Second down and about 10. This is a good spot. One play that's been really good for them has been the design quarterback draw. Braylon Allen is the lead blocker. Tanner Mordecai, 8 carries for 42 yards in the ball game. This could be a good spot right here for that quarterback draw.
Mordecai playing through.
Mordecai. Shotgun. 4 wide. 3 on the right. Drops back. Oh, my God. Is that not a trip? Bro! Heinrich got tripped.
Edward got put on his ass, so he just scissor chops him.
I'm going to be fucking pissed if this is a trip. I just hope I'm wrong. Let's see. Trip the shit out of him!
That was intentional, too.
Absolutely intentional. If I'm licking my lips until they bleed. Ugh.
That's the key. Have to get it to the 4.
Two by 2 shotgun, Braylon back.
Pressure.
Right
Steps
up the
up brilliantly. Steps up. No
Every
hesitation.
time we blitz, they make us pay. There hasn't been one positive for our defense off of the heavy blitzes, but he just keeps doing it. Dude, this loss is going to be on Tony White, man. Your offense gave you 14, where they hardly give you shit. I mean, 17 total, but early 14-point lead. No turnovers. The penalties have been up from previous, but not as bad as last year. Like, this is just
okay, it's
horrible
not a
play.
first down, but still.
Also play by Gifford, right? Because it looked like Mordecai was easily going to get to the first down, but the hustle play by Gifford to get him down short.
And boy, this decision is so
No,
tough.
Logan, if they score a touchdown, we
first-year
still
head coach within the program,
get a
but
possession
somebody
to
that's
score a touchdown.
experienced so many down to the wire, nitty-gritty, physical games, and Luke Fickell, who played a position that was physical. He knows what physical Big Ten football is all about. And on the other side, Matt Rule, who has just injected belief.
The ruling of the runner short of the line to gain is confirmed. It's 4th down.
Energy into this team. So
4th down, bro. Can we stop them? You know they go for it. You got Braylon Allen. Of course you go
Ruben,
for
it was good while it lasted, but those days are long gone. Bronc Cobra has a question for you, Gabe, because I don't know.
How do you send money? If you're on your phone, I think there's a little money symbol bottom right next to the smiley face.
Dude, this could be
Mordecai is 6'2", 218.
something
Allen
easy.
is in there at 6'2", 245. You've got Nowakowski and Rucci.
You got to get a big-ass stop on a big-ass strong back.
Get an extra half.
Handoff to Allen. Oh my gosh. It was so close though, bro. It looked like they were gonna. Oh, we got a hurt Husker. We got a hurt Husker.
Watch these two tight ends come and lead up through. Beautiful job.
I like that blocking scheme there, dude.
Hard-nosed power football. Their first
Heinrich is hurt.
The ball game, and it comes at the perfect time.
Yeah, Heinrich. Oh, Heinrich looks.
There's a Nebraska injury on the field, and it's Nick Henrich. Reimer and Henrich, someone of the heart and soul, certainly, of that linebacking core, means so much to this team. And he'll get up on his feet and be helped off the field. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, get it to a 1st and goal here. Again, we know Nebraska's going to get the football regardless, but a touchdown is a massive difference to a field goal, especially with a guy in Chubba Purdy who can make things happen with his legs on the other side.
Well,
and again, I know I've said this a number of times already.
Been a while since we've been in an overtime game, right? Did we have one earlier this year?
Critical here because you could run play action
I can't remember the last
on
one.
1st or 2nd down and try to slip somebody into the end zone, but those play actions work best when you're under the center and faking a run. Not so much when you're faking a run out of the shotgun. So I would not be surprised to just see 3 runs here and see if you can get the football in, running it in on 3 downs.
They've got 3 tight ends in the ball game. Nowakowski, Ashcraft, Rucci. Allen has 21 carries, 60 yards.
It's definitely there on computer because I've donated from computer. Handoff to Allen. Or no, sorry, this is Aker. Wow, bro.
It's a wrap, bro.
Come on. It's not like we have to go the full length of the field.
Doesn't matter, dude.
Come on. Have some faith in Purdy.
This is a coaching loss.
The right tackle is going to give the push. Braylon Allen, to his credit, keeps the legs rolling. But watch Molman get
The defensive play calling, the offensive clock management, the lack of commitment to the run.
With some help. And Braylon
How did they do that, man? How did they get... There's like 4 yards extra they got.
They're bigger and stronger and
for the local kid, a junior, putting together
a lot more keyed in than we are.
Yeah.
Touchdown, and it's 24-17 in OT.
Here we go. Yeah, Zaga says, Gary, stop being a Iverson.
He stopped, but the legs don't stop. And then the push from behind, 4 yards into the end zone. And Wisconsin strikes first in overtime.
That's good.
What a courageous performance by Braylon Allen tonight.
Todd, we asked him, how do you want to be remembered in Madison when it's all said and done? And he said, I want to be up there with all the greats of all the running backs that have been here. I know that there are some all-time names on that wall.
TH3 says you need to go for 2 if you get a touchdown. I'm sorry.
Performances like this that get remembered in Madison.
Might be right.
2 touchdowns.
I don't think there's a chance in hell they get a touchdown.
To the Nebraska side.
Well,
and Chubba Purdy, who led his team down the field.
You're about to look like a bozo. And if you end up being right, I'm going to say that you said they would score and that I said they wouldn't. So either way, you're going to look like a bozo.
105 yards rushing in the ball game.
Purdy under center. Bonner in there at fullback. Some shitty run play and then pass.
Option, pitch out to Grant. Negative 1 yard, 2 yards.
What a play by Peterson.
And Grant's hurt.
Both guys. I mean, he is going to string
no
this
joke.
out. Watch Peterson. He's just going to string this out and defend both the pitchman and the quarterback. He stays out. He stays out. And it's a loss of yardage play on first down. Excellent play by Darrell Peterson from his outside linebacker position.
Oh, shit! Did you see his leg, how it got pinned by the other player, the dude that jumped on him?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't anything dirty, but his leg got, like, snapped backwards.
And will be helped off.
What a weird way to injure yourself, bro.
Is what's so critical in overtime. And already,
I
Nebraska
mean,
set a little bit off schedule after that first down.
That's a freak accident.
Jumpa Purdy, first start of the season, dealing with a groin injury all year. Came in on the last offensive possession.
There was your one run play. Here comes your 3 pass plays and ball game.
If you're
once again tied up.
If you're throwing the football, I think you got to think about Fedoni here. Your tight end in the slot. He's a big target.
Here we go.
Catches tonight.
They are throwing a
Quick pass. Oh my God. Good job, Malachi. Oh my God. Good job, Malachi.
They're coming with that corner blitz from the short side of the field. They've done this a lot. And Forkerine does a nice job just reacting to the throw and getting his right hand up and knocking it away. Well, you're thinking 2 plays here now to make 11 yards, right? You don't have to get it all back in one play because you need a touchdown to tie.
Purdy.
Lloyd, the motion man. Play clock down at
3rd and 11.
Yeah, Nebraska's going to take the time.
Gonna have to take a timeout because we were not going to get that ball off in time.
They will use it.
They're just so unorganized, man.
And you want them to have a whole new offensive language next year.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, me too.
And the majority of his passing yards have been somewhat on chunk gains.
That Husker sweater that dude is wearing is clean. That hoodie is clean as hell, dude. Where do we get that?
I've got a bunch of them. I'll send you one.
11 yards in 2 plays.
Yeah, again, I think Fedoni is maybe my main target here. Something in the middle of the field. And if it's not there, you know, Marcus Satterfield told us this guy is 1-2 and run.
Purdy, 3rd and 11, shotgun.
He's going to take off with the football.
Wisconsin showing blitz.
Getting a new call. They're bringing the Haas.
Full wide. They're not going to bring everybody. They'll drop back.
Yeah. They drop everybody back.
And a flag.
False start. I'd rather be 3rd and 16 than 3rd and 11.
Nuri Nuwili with a mental mistake.
It wasn't.
Bro, he barely flinched. Why would they call that?
They're watching him
now.
now.
Even in a tougher situation on 3rd down.
All right, here comes Purdy. 3rd and 16. 6 seconds on the game. Gets the snap. They bring 3. He throws. Oh, my gosh. Little too high for Coleman. Last shot here, Gary. Don't look at the chat.
Lot too high. Lot too high for Coleman.
Hunter Waller out of this game earlier in the second half, or rather the first half.
Here we go. We got him right where we want him, Gary.
Nah, let's do something to back it up
right where we want him. Yeah, I agree.
Really open
I
up
agree.
this high-flying offense.
Yeah. Here we go, Gary. They bring 3.
This is for the ball game. Purdy
throws it deep, intercepted.
Dum, dum, dum. So the season's a wrap.
We got another game.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
We'll play a defense that's 3 times better than this one. And this team that has greatly underperformed all year spotted you 14, and you still found a way without turnovers to shit down your own leg. Season's a wrap. And it's like I was with you, and like we've talked with the whole progressions, like the improvement from last year, and not having much to work with, and Rule dealing with all these injuries. And that's all still true, but the regression throughout the season after those first 2 games, Harbert comes in, you see the team start to like get things together. turnovers were still a problem, but not as bad of a problem. And then once we got in the middle of that win
Whoa.
streak, it was like the interceptions ramped up, all the defense, or I'm sorry, all the turnovers collectively. This game, you're seeing the penalties coming back. But the last 2 weeks, the play calling, especially on the offensive end, but now today, the defensive play calling was absolutely dog shit. I just don't know what magical thing's going to happen. We've all said, even people who are really down on this team and the staff and everything else, if you could just stop turning the ball over, you'd win all these games. Well, you didn't turn the ball over until the last play there, and you still lost. And you were spotted 14 to start the game. So it's like the regression of this team is just like a gut punch. You know what I mean? You just kind of you expect a slower start. You expect it to take a while for things to click and the new staff and the new players and system, blah, 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 all that to kind of go. And you saw it start to go up, and it's just been a backslide that's picking up momentum week by week as the season ends. Rule has multiple games this year, but this one especially done the worst job you could possibly do with clock management. The offense, Satterfield still has this. It's almost like, fine, you want me to run it? Okay, I'll run it. He runs a really basic first down play that's going to get you nothing or loss of yards. And it's like, well, I have to pass now. And then it's pass, get rid of the ball. The thing Rule hung his hat on before a snap was even taken of the season was we're going to pound the piss out of the ball. You were talking about the wrecking ball scenario, and it hasn't happened one time, even in games where we've had leads. Like, it's just, that's bullshit. That's a complete lie, fabrication. It's not going to happen. We've had leads. We've had momentum in second halves and fourth quarters where you give the momentum back because you turn the ball over because you're not running the ball, you're passing. The defense today was the most disappointing it's been all year as a group, but the play calling wise, like this fixation on we're going to get to the quarterback. They never got to the quarterback. They never accounted for gaps where the quarterback could run. They never accounted for the middle of the field or the cushions they were given in the middle of the field or the flats and just let them nickel and dime their way down every possession. It's just collectively, dude. Special teams is the worst special teams game. Your kicker shanks one right. Your punter, it's like he's afraid of hurting the ball when he kicks it. It's just like the lightest taps. No return game when they kicked off or punted. Just all around, all three levels, offense, defense, special teams, everything is regressing over the last few weeks. And it's sad, man, because the way the season started, you thought a couple games got away from you because of turnovers, and then you saw the team collectively rally and start to do better and get on some win streaks. And it's like, okay, things are going in the right direction, and then just a drastic backslide since then.
We got a $50 dono from Braun Cobra. Bro, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, shit. Thanks, man.
Really appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
Let us know if you meant to write a message with it. We'll read it, of course. But, I'm seeing people in the chat talking about Iowa might likely sit their best players because it's a meaningless game and they don't have to win it. They don't want to get people injured for nothing. What do you think on that? We'll go back to Matt Rule, of course. And everybody, when Matt Rule goes live with the post game, we'll have it here in stream.
I don't think Iowa will do that at all. I think they're going to make damn sure they beat us. But there might be some Hawkeye fans somewhere, but they don't have a shot in hell of beating whoever comes out of the East. So saving them for what? You know what I mean? Like, Nebraska's not exactly a powerhouse that's just dealing vicious blows to teams to where you got to worry about a lot. Their defense is their bread and butter. It's one of the best defenses in the nation. They're going to be on the field a lot because as soon as we get the ball, they're not going to be on the field any more than they normally are because we don't sustain drives or even attempt to. We're going to put our defense right back out there. So it's like they're just going to run the ball down our throats like Wisconsin did. They'll be able to drop back and do little nickel and dime plays on us. I don't see a risk in them getting hurt, and I don't see them really having a reason to save up for the Big Ten championship game because it's not like they've got a real shot, completely healthy. They're going to knock off Michigan or Ohio State or whatever. It's just, I don't know.
Braun Cobra said, buy some beer to cry in, LOL. Yeah. I mean,
that's what I got whiskey for, man. I'm good.
I don't know. Like, now that we're almost done with the entire season, I feel like what I saw this year has been halfway getting rid of those Scott Frost problems of there have been games where we were able to close them out. You know, we've done it, whereas it never happened under Frost. Sometimes it was happening, like almost half of the time this year it was happening. And I just don't understand the hate that Matt Rule's getting right now. I'm not saying he's perfect, but if you understood what his record has been,
what kind of hate are you talking about?
People calling for his job, saying him and Satterfield gotta go.
I mean, I agree with the Satterfield, but
no, I do too.
You can't. Let's say Rule didn't improve record-wise from last year. You still can't fire a coach that you set up the contract like that. Like, that's a big part of the reason why Nebraska's in the trouble they're in. Like, you just can't cycle through head coaches like that, and you can't be overly harsh on a guy his first year in taking over a dog shit team that needs to be rebuilt from the floor up. Like, it takes time, regardless of the outlier scenarios that you've seen where the turnarounds are quick. But questioning Rule and, like, example, his clock management. I like the fact he's not a micromanager. He hires guys to do a job. He lets them do it. But in the same breath, it's like, okay, you've done that long enough with Satterfield's situation. Like, you don't want to go to Tony White and say, hey, quit blitzing everybody because they're gouging us everywhere else and none of your guys are getting home. Okay, you've won games you've won because of your defense. You had the improvement you've had because of your defense, and you've got an assistant coach on your team that's going to be a hot commodity in the offseason because of what he's done. I'm not going to lose my shit over one game. But the accountability still needs to be there, and I can for sure understand people questioning Rule's judgment on the evaluation of quarterbacks before the season started, the amount of leash he's giving Satterfield to pass your way out of games, up until today, how long it's taken to figure out a way to correct the turnovers. Not just correct them, but they kept getting worse. You know, and now that ever since that Michigan State loss, it's just momentum's picking up on how bad you look in these games that you're either finding a way to lose, or like this one, you just got beat. You got outcoached and got beat. You didn't have a bunch of turnovers. You didn't hand the game to them. In that sense, there wasn't something they were doing, like a mismatch, like a guy that was torching people and you couldn't get enough help to stop it, or a weak spot, one weak spot matchup wise on defense where they just kept attacking it or whatever. You just got outplayed and outcoached in every aspect. You were so hell-bent on getting to the quarterback, which you never did, that you left the middle of the field in the flats vulnerable. The double moves were there, but thank God they couldn't connect on any of them. There was no gap assignment outside of that blitz. So once the blitz didn't get home, you had all these gaps that Mordecai could run through or the running backs could run through, and nobody was there to seal those up or stop those. You abandoned the run before the game started. You settled for a field goal before you started that final drive. You did horrible with the clock management. Like, all that shit comes down to the coach. He's always talking about, oh, things come back to me. It's like, I get the coach speak. You're not going to throw your quarterbacks under a bus when they're throwing the ball directly to the other team. That's bullshit. That's on the quarterback. That's poor decision-making and horrible passing. But he's trying to be a good coach. He's trying to go to bat for his guys. I get that. But this really 100% is on the coaching. All the way around, both every side.
Something you said early in that was that about Matt Rule. I'm just so upset about this game, man. Like, he has a record in college that is two things: proven and proven to be slow going. You said that he took over a bankrupt organization basically and is having to build it from scratch. He's proven in college, but the other thing he's proven at is it's slow going. Normally in his rebuilds, he'll take over a team that's got the death penalty, like Baylor. They win one game, maybe 2 games in their first season. The next season, they're basically back. Like, where's the fans' like belief in his record? His record is what makes me feel calm about him. He's not perfect, but he's proven, bro. He's a college guru coach.
That's not a bad take overall, but it's a bad take when you're watching week by week him letting an offensive coordinator game call you out of games. And when you're watching him clock management you out of games. And when you're watching these glaring issues not get fixed. I don't know the answer of what you do, but I don't have a $40 million contract either.
He's
right?
live.
So
he's live.
This week and kick it last week. So
I'm going to pull this up here.
I thought we had a good play there.
Listen,
Billy,
you can share it in Discord.
Billy a chance kind of
I can.
And then kicked it. So we got big, ran the ball because we wanted to make sure that we were within range, and then got the first down. But that was really kind of the thought process. All the plays. I'm sorry that I thought Chuba played really well. One play along the sideline where maybe it was an interception, the ball went out of bounds, but I thought he protected the football. I thought he pulled the ball down when they went to run.
I'll take that Discord screen.
I thought he converted third downs. I thought he was hot in the first half. He thought he ran the football. We didn't call a lot of designed quarterback runs or anything like that, but he was doing a nice job, in my opinion, of just, if it wasn't there, pulling the ball down and going. So, obviously we hit a little bit of a lull there at the beginning of the second half. That's, kind of watching them. That's kind of what they've done to people, and but found a way at the end to go make some plays. So for his first start for us, this year, I thought it was really something to build on. Yeah, I think we moved the football. We moved the ball down. Had 4th and 1. Didn't get the 4th and 1. This was a game, right? I thought, hey, I'm gonna probably collect points, but basically, there's not an analytic that doesn't say to go for it on 4th and 1, and it's really less than 1. So disappointed that we didn't get that. That's a play that to win these games, come to Madison, win these games. I think you got to get. I think that certainly would have helped us, right? It's like it's 14-0. I think it was 14-0. Forgive me if I'm off, but 14-0. You get that 4th and 1. All of a sudden now, that can kind of sometimes be the backbreaker. And plus, we're still a little bit further out. Come down at the end, you go to kick the field goal at the end. You take one shot. Try Malachi in the corner route. It's not caught. Go to kick the field goal. It's not quite there. So, I thought those things were pretty good. And then just unfortunately, some of the plays we tried to be aggressive on. Run a reverse. They hit it for a loss. Wanted to give the guys a chance to make some plays, and just didn't quite make them. So a lot of the ball game was being played because some of the punt returns on our side of the field. So a couple of times, I punted even 7 minutes left. That's a tough decision right there analytically. Like the book probably says to go for it, but I punted it, trusting our defense, and then we get the ball back, and we did. So I made some tough calls there. But I think overall, they came out early on. They had some different things they did defensively. We really hurt those things, and they went back to kind of what they do. Some of the corner pressures bothered us, but I thought we made plays. And then just even at the end, those last 3 plays, right? We run a quarterback draw with an RPO. Corner comes, he side adjusts it. The guy knocks it down. Ball's just off Malachi's hands. Ball's just off Jalen's hands. So I think you saw a lot of things from Chuba in terms of his willingness to stand in there and compete. And so, we got 1 game left. I would love to see those guys. I think we put the tough thing. It's hard to say this when you lose, right? But we're pulling a lot of things together. The quarterbacks. I don't know. Do we have a turnover tonight? Yeah. at the end. Yeah. So, but in terms of throughout the course of the game, I thought we protected the football, but just wasn't quite enough. I mean, he could go. Like, it's kind of like I said to you guys on Thursday. Like, he was in uniform, hadn't really practiced, and was kind of been out there on a limited basis. So it made sense to put Chubb out there and let him play. And I thought he had a good week, and I liked the way he looked last week. And he certainly came out like gangbusters and got us going. But I think even in the interim on the plays where we didn't quite get, I wouldn't put any of that on him. I thought he did a really nice job tonight. I think that's really, when you go back and look at it, right? And the drives, the drives now run together for me. But we have the touchdown drive. I think for them to take the lead, it's like 2nd and 18, and we blitz and we hit him, and he shakes us off and runs. We're a team that prides itself on our defense, and the defense prides itself on tackling. And reverse that play, a lot of guys had opportunities to make some of those plays, and so. You talk about, sometimes when we talk about momentum, we talk a lot about the offense and all those things. To me, defense, we could use a sack fumble. He ran a lot of quarterback draws tonight. Tony was blitzing them. He was twisting them. We would love to come off and make a play on one of those plays. So credit to them, though. Credit to Tanner. He made the plays at the end. I mean, it was, when you think about it, it was a quarterback draw at the end that won the game for them in overtime that got them down there. And so that'll be frustrating for us. I thought we did a good job of stopping like the downhill runs, but Allen ran hard, and they made just enough plays on third downs. I can't remember that right now. I'm sorry. You're talking about the very last one. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I'd hate to say that to you. Pretty much everything down the stretch was some version of a twist or a pressure, just because of kind of the number one play we were trying to stop after a while was just a quarterback draw. And I thought he did a nice job. 6 hit us across the middle several times, and man, so they made the plays down the stretch. I mean, he's played a lot of football. He's in his 6th year. He came out to compete, playing with a broken hand, and he competed and he made plays. So I got to give him a lot of credit. Yeah, I mean, these guys are pretty crushed right now. They're pretty crushed emotionally, and but that that's okay. It shows that they care, and it shows that they put a lot into it. And sometimes in life, we give up on our dreams, but the dreams never give up. Our dream never gives up on us. That's one thing I've always believed, and so. I'd love nothing more than to go out there with them on senior day and go battle a great Iowa team, a ranked team, and play them at home and try to go get a 6th win and go to a bowl game and extend this for these guys. But even if it doesn't work out, I'm honored to take the field with those seniors, and I'm honored to be out there with them. And they've wanted to win, and obviously when you want to win, you want to be tangible. But a lot of guys have done so many good things, and so. We'll down the stretch, those last 2 balls. You think about those last 2 balls, the last 3 balls, right? You got thrown to 2 true freshmen, and Malachi and Jalen. And I put my arm around Jalen. I was like, that play's gonna come to you 1,000 times, and you'll make it. But those seniors are the ones who've built a culture where, where Gifford runs out and puts his arm around Jalen Lloyd. So I'd love to see these guys go play one last game. I'd love to see them. Shoot. At the end of the day, we're 5-6 with a chance to go be bowl eligible, play a great Iowa team. I'm excited for them. We'll bounce back. These guys, they don't quit, and but they are hurting right now, and they are hurting right now, both physically and emotionally. And but you know what? As I said, that's okay. It's part of life. We have to learn to not shy away from that, lean into it. And I bet you, Iowa's a really good team. I bet you these guys bounce back and they play hard on Friday. Yeah, I didn't feel that. I mean, I think you know, at the end of the day, I mean, it comes down to tackling, right? Like, I mean, like you make a tackle, you make a block, you cover a guy. Like, you know, I didn't think there was any lack of emotion or passion out there. I mean, our guys, you know, we lost a lot of guys during the game. Guys were stepping up. You know, we had, you know, you have a true freshman out there who's redshirting, returning kicks. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there laying it on the line. So, I honestly think, Mitch, our guys like it when we go for it. They like feeling like, hey, we're trying to win the game, you know? So, yeah, there's nothing that I think they would, you know, that said that. I think, you know, you're facing a Wisconsin team that, I mean, what was the final score of the game, guys? 24-7? Yeah, I mean, take out overtime. They gave up, I mean, our guys on defense probably don't feel great about the game. They gave up 17 points, you know, to a team that knows how to score. I mean, you know, shoot, I think that just they made a couple plays, and you know, we went into the lead. We went into the lead at halftime. Into halftime with the lead, excuse me. It's really more to me about just in the second half, just making a couple plays. I think they found some things that bothered us, and tempo runs with you know, some routes and some shifts, and you know, Phil Longo's a great offensive coordinator. They did some really good things, but I think Tanner made a bunch of plays. So I didn't feel that. I just thought that was part of the back and forth of the game. Like, to me, like I always knew the game was going to come down to the last. I mean, I say that, I think that every week when you guys I'm like, guys, we're going to play the game. It's going to come down to the very end. You know, like Nick comes through on the sack on second down, runs the guy over, you know, kind of gets tripped up. He sacks that guy, all of a sudden they're out of field goal range, and it doesn't, overtime changes, right? Like, to me, it just came down to one play, very simply one play. And unfortunately, you know, they made that play. Credit to them. But we'll be back, and we'll make those plays many more times than we don't.
No, you won't.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Gary, you were listening to that. What do you think about all of that?
Just a bunch of lip service. I mean, what do you think? You disagree?
Yeah. I feel like I'm the only one that isn't mad about what he was saying. I mean, part of it is him putting a positive spin on things. I get that, but that's what I expect from a coach who's rebuilding a team that was made out of horse manure last year, and he took on almost all of the same players, and he's working with nothing and still overachieving, still having us one game out from a bowl game, which I didn't think we were going to get a bowl game. I didn't think we'd be in the hunt for a bowl game.
4 weeks.
Okay.
You realize that, right? And when he says it came down to one play, and he talks about Reimer running a dude over and getting tripped and not making a sack, that was in overtime, bro. That happened. How many times did you get to or close to the quarterback and not get him? But because of all the pressure you had going to the quarterback, the middle of the field was open, the flats were open, the cushions that you were giving receivers were 2 yards or more, and you never accounted for the lanes that were created for him to gouge you for. Even when he says, oh, we got to a point where we're just trying to stop the quarterback draw. Were you? Because nothing changed as far as 6-7 guys blitzing the quarterback, nobody accounting for the gaps that were made, and him just continuing to run those gaps. So either you knew that was an issue and weren't making the right adjustments to adjust for it, or you were like, it's okay, eventually we'll get to him, and then all of these yards we're giving up and all of these first downs we're giving up will all be worth it because we'll get one tackle or one sack. That's what I'm saying. It's lip service, dude. I was sitting there yelling in the second quarter about the blitz not getting home. When it did get home, guys couldn't wrap up and make the tackle or the sack, and it was leaving susceptible in the middle of the field and for the gut runs, whether it was the quarterback or the quick handoffs, and they never did anything to address it. And that's ultimately what he says is the play that beat us. How much more? Like, if it was an 8-quarter game, would they have finally made the adjustment at some point? If you know that that's what's happening, why are you even entertaining overtime? Your number one priority needs to be getting in field goal range. Once you do, your number one priority now is punching it in for a touchdown. You've already kind of banked that 3-point field goal that extends the game and puts you in overtime. Now the pressure's on them to keep you out of the end zone so that they have a shot to win it in extra time. You just gave them that. You gave them worst case scenario, you get to beat us in overtime. Best case scenario for them, worst case. You know what I'm saying? Like you made it to where they never had the pressure of trying to keep us out of the end zone down the stretch. Because you just let the clock run. You held on to your timeouts until you wanted to do your little bullshit 2 plays or whatever it was when you were right there in field goal range to either set up where you wanted to kick from or attempt your shots that you're going to throw balls out of the back of the end zone because you only have one guy going. Your punter never gave you the opportunity you should have had at any point to flip the field. So they always had the ball around midfield at worst. There's so many coaching gaps in this game that for him to sit there and be like, well, we just miss some tackles, or, it's a block here, there. No, dude, schematically wise, you put these guys behind the 8 ball on all 3 facets of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. The coaching did, not the players. You got the best quarterback play you've had all season in terms of protecting the ball and moving it according to what the offense could do. You became so one-dimensional the few times you did try to run the ball that they knew if they stacked the box and shot the gap, or shot the A gap essentially, that you couldn't go anywhere. You never really tried to get the outside run game going. You never leaned on the run game heavy enough to wear on their defense and see what it could do. You never tried to throw a screen pass when they were blitzing from the edges and your quarterback didn't even see half of the blitzes coming. Like, there's so much shit that the coaching staff could have done to help this team out and easily win a game that you're spotted 14. You've got probably the worst offense in the Big Ten, and you were up 14-0 before the first quarter was even open. You've got one of the best defenses in the Big Ten, and you put them in position to never have a chance to get a 3-and-out or really be in good position for a turnover because you sold out for the blitz, or you sold out on the blitz for the sack all game long, and I think you had one. Like, I don't understand how him talking in that press conference and not addressing those types of things doesn't come off as like lip service. And that's what I'm saying, like the cascade effect, the compound self-inflicting wounds of ever since we lost to Michigan State, they get worse and worse. Your team, your players, who we've argued when he's tried to say, oh, that's on me, or that, and then Satterfield's like, yeah, I got to look at what I can do different or whatever. They were right. Those a game, or I'm sorry. That makes sense today. They were just protecting their players games past with all the turnovers, missed blocks, drop balls, bad throws, things like that. That was on the players. Today, I feel like the players did the best they could possibly do execution-wise for the bad situations the coaching staff was putting them in.
Am I hearing you regretting?
Now tell everybody how I'm right. I'll listen.
I'm saying, are you turning on Rule? It feels that way.
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. There's 2 different points of views in my mind, and I don't expect everybody to agree with it, but you've got the overall view that I think you're taking and staying there, and then you've got a lot of people in the chat and the comments that are looking at the here and now view. So like, you judge a coach, especially in a rebuild, big picture over the course of a season, and then over the course of 2, 3, 5 seasons, whatever it is, and you have benchmarks along the way that you look at. You also evaluate and assess each game or each play, on a more narrow perspective, which is what we're doing now at this point. But some people are stuck in one of those viewpoints or the other. And I'm saying overall, I agree with you. Injury-wise, as bad as this team was, having to rebuild culturally, new systems, all that stuff, the season is going as good or better than I think even the more optimistic people thought it would. So I agree with you from that standpoint. But you can't watch every game as closely as we do and then go back and rewatch it and see things. And over the past few weeks, not acknowledge or not have it jump off the screen to you that they're progressively getting worse as the season goes on.
Sorry, I had myself muted. Yeah, man. I understand, There's a lot to point out about what's wrong. I just feel like in a year from now, things will be better and we won't it'll be like we'll be able to just count all this up to first year shit.
Right. But don't you feel better? I'm not saying everybody should be down on Rule or everybody should be down on the coaching staff as a whole. I'm also not telling anybody what opinion to have. If they want him gone, that's what they want. Whatever. Like, I don't lose my shit at other people's opinions or whatever. That's fine. But I'm just saying, like, from what you're saying, and I'm saying I agree with you, do you not worry a little bit that maybe your approach on Rule, and I'm not saying you should, I'm not accusing you of this, I question this about myself, is maybe too soft on Rule because the season was going better than anticipated, earlier than anticipated, and now you're not noticing the weak spots, the weaknesses, the letting Satterfield throw you out of games, not getting in your defensive coordinator's ear and going, hey, I love the aggressiveness, and typically we are a better defense when we're getting after the quarterback, but they're using this against us. They have been since the second quarter. We've got to protect the field and stop giving up yards and not worry so much about getting to the quarterback, because we're using guys that should be protecting the flats in the middle of the field to get to the quarterback, and they're not getting home, so it's there all day long. If you're going to put a front like you're going to blitz 6-7 guys, do that, but have your backers and your ends that are coming into blitz fill gaps. I don't care if nobody gets anybody. Take away the run lanes. Now you just have to worry about the softness in the middle of the field, the flats. Right? Like, you never took away any of the weapons that they had that you were giving them. Again, they didn't have a Trey Palmer type guy that we just couldn't defend, or we had to use a safety. So now that gave, that minimized the help over the top or deeper in the box because we had to bracket a guy. They didn't have a running back that was just gouging us for the sake of he's breaking tackles or he's too fast, no one can catch him. There was just gaps where they could go where we didn't have guys in, and they never addressed that. The run game that you've talked all off season about, and you still talk about after we watch. That's the other thing. We watch these games where you don't rely heavily on the run, and you don't punish the defense 3.5 quarters, 2.5 quarters to make it break free, and there's nothing they can do. They're gassed, they're beat up by the end of the game. But every game after you don't do that, you tell us that's what your mantra is. That's what you guys are going to do. That's the approach you're taking every game. Like, at what point do you have to go, okay, man, everything isn't lining up. Everything he says isn't happening. And a lot of these losses and a lot of the reason why the progression, as good as you may think it is, isn't better is because the coaches are hindering the players. We've been saying about Satterfield for a couple weeks now. I'm not ready to say that about Tony White. I think he believes so much in that defense, and to argue my point, when you go back and look at previous games, he's 100% right. When we get to the quarterback, drastically changes how good our defense looks. But at some point in this game, you have to realize, okay, this isn't happening. It's not just that we're not getting the quarterback. We're not getting the quarterback, and we're weaker in these areas, and they're executing in those areas and moving the ball on us.
I think
like, there's
remember after 2 weeks ago when he said he felt like he was too non-aggressive trying to get to the quarterback. He felt like that's why we lost. I feel like
the Michigan State game, right?
Yeah, and now it feels like he's trying to make up for that and doesn't want to fall back into that. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I just think that could be playing a part into it.
I think it's right. I think it's the right approach to take. But at the same time, in the course of a game, you have to go, okay, as much as we want to do this, it's not working. Whether their offensive line is so good, you can't get to them, whether people can't wrap up and make tackles, so they're making you pay for that. Whatever it is, not only is it not working, but you have these weaknesses in other areas of the field defensively that they are picking apart and executing on. So, like, why are you so steadfast on this one thing working that you're willing to have 2 or 3 glaring holes that they're manipulating, as opposed to going, okay, maybe we won't get to the quarterback like we aren't now, but we're not going to have all these other areas of the field where they can kill us on. That never happened. And then to make it even worse, again, with all the things that are going against you, whether they're self-inflicted wounds by players turning the ball over, penalties, or coaches taking you out of position or not putting you in the best positions, you have a chance to win going down the stretch at the end of the game. And you can see, nope, we're not even thinking about a touchdown. I don't want anybody else on the field thinking about it either. Let that clock run out. We're going to go into overtime. And even though we spotted them 14 and then gave up 17 unanswered, we're miraculously going to be able to not only stop them, but go punch it in or go get points where we haven't been able to get them since the first quarter. Like, that makes zero sense.
So beginning of the game, we mentioned, we kind of shouted out Satterfield about, you know, hey, nobody, including us, is complaining now about these Satterfield passes. At the end of the game and everything, with knowing what you know now, are you still on the fire Sat train, or are you off of it?
No, I'm not. I mean, it's going to take a long time and a lot of progression for me to get off of it. It's to the point we were making previously. When you have a quarterback that can throw, and like you talked about, not an athlete playing quarterback, but an actual quarterback. Doesn't matter how good or how bad, but when you have a quarterback that can throw and can execute some pass plays, like I said, even when we were talking about the fire Satterfield thing, you can't just hand the ball off every single play. I don't care how bad your passing game is. You have to have the idea in the defense's head that that's a threat or a possibility at certain points. And I think that's why the success was so high early in the first quarter. I don't think they anticipated us throwing it all, and they definitely didn't anticipate that Purdy would be able to run like he did. So we made him pay on both of those things. But unlike us, their coaching staff went, oh shit, so we planned for this, and they countered by doing this that we weren't ready for. So now we're going to go stop this, and then we're going to go stop this, or at least worry about this, and make them beat us this way. And they stopped the bleeding, and we never scored again. I mean, the field goal, right?
Now you're making me hope that we get a Tony White press conference.
It's just frustrating, man. Like, I would have bet every dime I had, if, like you're saying, that seeing into the future, if you could have told me we're going to start the game out 14-0 in the fourth quarter, we're not going to have any turnovers whatsoever, no fumbles, no interceptions until the very last play of the game, I would have bet every dime I had on Nebraska. But that was like the cleanest game the team has played, other than the missed tackles by the defense. That was the cleanest game that they've played.
And the best start, the best spotting.
Almost never, once we didn't get that 4th and 1 and they drove, it felt like the game was over. It just kept getting further and further out of reach.
We scored 3 points after that first burst of scoring, and it was at the very tail end of the game, man. Just the
Scott spot on.
Shell.
He said, I'm sorry, a true running game is not manifested out of the shotgun. I agree 100%. Go back to last week when I'm saying open up the run game and run the game more. You can for sure run out of the shotgun. But to your point, to hold Rule accountable for this, we're going to like ground and pound teams into submission. You're not doing that out of shotgun with a single back. You're going to have some tight ends tight. You're going to have a fullback. You're going to be under center, and you're going to come at them every which way, every which angle, different gaps, different schemes. And then, you know, when you do your seldom passes and things like that, you come out of shotgun. That's when you can get some speed stuff on the outside or some draws after a play's developed. But you're right, man. You can't run the ball first down and then go, oh shit, we got to pass, and then be like, yeah, we're a running team. That's our identity. Oh man, like, I don't know, man. This game to me is 100% on the coaching staff, all 3 areas, and the head coach, the clock management. I felt like Chuba had a really good game, especially for as long as he's sat and waited.
Very
and not
true.
Being a true starter or having the QB1 reps for a week of practice. And I feel like you just wasted what everybody's been begging for. Everybody's been like, dude, if we just had a quarterback, we would be at that next level. And I would argue if we had this type of quarterback play, our record looks drastically different throughout the whole season. But we haven't had it. We finally get it, and the coaches coach you out of it.
Well, thank you guys for liking the stream. I know this game was a real gut punch.
It's hard to watch after the first quarter.
Yeah. Gary and I are going to make a quick video, and don't be surprised if that video is just a recording of his post-game rant, post-press conference rant. That might be smart, because I feel like he said everything that needed to be said. But you got anything else for us, Gary?
No, just thank everybody. I'm still shocked that there's many people watch.
Hey, man.
Because I wouldn't.
Well, appreciate you guys. Huskers lose. Huskers lose. We'll see you guys soon with a preview, a post-game video, and then a preview later for Iowa on Friday, right?
Yep, Friday morning. Get up early. You're going to be waking up early again.
Aye. Later, guys. Go Big Red.